Jeremy Frimpong seems to be the right back Liverpool are about to choose. Luis Diaz wants to stay at Liverpool and has been quite vocal about it. Not only that, there is also interest in Hato. Could he be the left back and not Kirkes? We're about to find out. It's Team Kop-Ish, Monday night show. Let's get into this, people.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, people, big up once again. It is the Monday Night Live show. Big up everybody in the chat. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe. All that good stuff, people. Hope everyone is having a blessed Monday. If you live in the UK, I'm not going to lie, weather's not too bad. I can't even lie. With that being said, yeah, man. Drift, what you saying now, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I always look forward to the Monday show, whether it's good or bad, because I know we're either going to have some fun or we're going to get some stuff off our chest. So I look forward to the Monday night show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know what? I will say this. It was a bit of a weird Monday because we're champions. We're happy. We're champions. But we not lost the game. We drew the game. And I think, again, we weren't going to go into it, but it's like we're champions, though. Like, I get it. Like, we don't want to draw to Arsenal or lose to Arsenal. We want to win every game. But let's not forget we are the champions, innit? And I don't care what no one says to us from here on now. We are the champions. Yeah. So when everyone was putting us down at the start of the season, saying Liverpool aren't going to get top four, we just got to mash up the league. And now we're coasting and people don't like it. You get what I'm saying? Now we can
I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that just wants to say, Matt, I need you to just zone in and talk to Liverpool fans, not rivals. I think there's a lot of Liverpool fans who don't realize we've won the league. There's a lot of down. There's a lot of unnecessary moaning and pettiness, and there's just a lot going on in our fan base right now. You'd think we just failed to get top four. So hone in and talk to a few Liverpool fans when you're saying what you're saying.
No, what I'm gonna say is
that's all I'm saying.
No. I know, because I saw a rerun of the show you lot done yesterday. I understand both points. I understand from a standpoint, standards you want to be kept. I fully understand Carl's point, and I understand your point in terms of we've just won the league. Not saying you want us to lose, but we are the champions. Let's not forget that. We did draw against Arsenal. We didn't lose, and we shouldn't have even drawn. But I do, if we're being honest, if we were still in a title race, I don't think we let that happen. That's just my take on it. I don't think we let that happen. So I understand both points in it. But let's not bring down the mood at all, because it looks like Liverpool could be making their first signing, and you never guess what, Drift? It's a right back. So news just broke today that Jeremy.
It's not a right back, bro.
I know we're gonna get on to. Let me get on to
this. Is the problem? It's not.
No. Let me get to it. News just broke today that Jeremy Frimpong, as you guys know from RB Leipzig, from Bayern Leverkusen, seems to be the player that Liverpool want to go and get. Florian Pettenberg, who works for Sky Sports in Germany, broke the news, I believe, earlier on today that Liverpool have had advanced talks. And I believe Fabrizio Romano has also said something on his YouTube channel as well about how Liverpool are trying to see how that deal works with the release clause. I believe you can pay installments. And I think the news is today is that Frimpong is available for between 35 million euros and 40 million euros. When you do the conversion, that's just under 30 million pounds if it's 35 million euros. And if it's 40 million euros, it's about 33 million pounds. So, with that being said, because I'm the host today, I came prepared, yeah? First of all, Drift, what's your feelings on this news, first and foremost? Before we get into anything else, what's your thoughts on Frimpong first of all?
I want to apologize to my brother Jamie before this all gets started, because I know how much Jamie loves Frimpong and how happy he is that Liverpool are going to be getting him. So Jamie, brother, big up yourself. I know I'm going to upset you with some of the things I'm going to say today. Bro, I have absolutely no issue with Frimpong as a player. I think Frimpong is a very talented footballer.
Yeah.
First and foremost. So I'm just going to put that out into the universe right now. Frimpong is a very good footballer. Yeah. You know, I always use the example, Matt. What's this player going to be like in the playground if I just throw him the ball and I say, go and have some fun?
Talent, though.
I know he's talented, yeah, as a footballer. His first touch is good. He's going to skip a couple, man, nutmeg some guys, and probably pack one in the top bins. He's a good footballer. There's no denying that part. But, bro, let's keep it a buck. He is not a defender. He is a wing back, and wing backs are about attack. What the hell are we doing buying a wing back to fill a role we've been moaning about for 5 years defensively? This is a big L if we're talking about he's coming in to actually be a right back in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 system. This is a bad idea, bro. This is like trying to plug a drain with kitchen roll. Yes, it might stop the water from going down for a little while.
Man said kitchen roll.
That kitchen roll is going to get too soggy and the water is going to start flowing again.
All right. I'm glad you said this. So, because I'm the host today, I'm going to come with a different
idea.
Right, watch this. I'm going to come with a different perspective on this now.
And I'm not finished as well, by the way.
Go on.
Are you finished or should I let you go?
No. I was going to say, stay with me, right? Stay with me, right? The point you made is about, is he the right fit in terms of, because he's seen as like a wing back in it, like even a right midfielder, for being honest, right?
Mm.
Do you trust the manager, yes or no? First and foremost, you do, right?
I trust him with everything except for recruitment, because it's the only thing I haven't seen him do yet.
Okay, but do you trust his in-game tactical nous?
Yes, I do.
All right, so stay with me now. Ryan Gravenberch was one of arguably the most important pieces of that whole chess move that we played this season. Gravenberch was seen as like a left-sided 8 last season, moved to the DM spot, and he started cooking, right? I'm going to go on the premise. If the manager wants Frimpong, there has to be a reason why. And like you're saying, bruv, he can see the game better than us. He will know that Frimpong isn't that defender that's going to look up the left wingers. But I will say this. If Arnie Sloth is going after Frimpong, that means there's a reason we're going to do this, you know. There's a reason why. There's a method to his madness. I think tactically, hear what I'm going to say? I think tactically, he's going to do a mad thing. And what I'm saying is this. Frimpong, if I'm not mistaken, under Alonso, maybe the last 2-3 years has been like an auxiliary right midfielder, right? But he has played right back before in his career. Now, albeit he's not the best defender. But one thing I will say about Frimpong is this, though, Drives. Let's say he gets cooked by left winger. He's got that recovery pace. It's not ideal, but do you remember when, like, for example, and I know this is a different comparison. Do you remember early days of Kyle Walker? So Kyle Walker obviously wasn't as hench back then, but he was rapid and he was still learning his trade in terms of his positioning. I do think a work on a training ground could help that. He's never going to be the best defender. We understand that because I think it's his makeup of a player, innit? He's not a defender by trade. He's actually a midfielder. However, do you think it can work though, bro? In terms of what you've seen from the manager, the tweaks that he's made to make us champions to this day, bro? Do you think the manager can make it work?
All right, so straight away, I agree with you. Trust in the manager. He has proven he's tactically at the top. Some of the tactical switches he made during the season were beautiful. Like he's like, you know what I mean? Like that's the reason why I can't believe now that we've relaxed a bit at the end, people are doubting the man. It's like, what? Have you seen some of the tactical changes he did during the season when it mattered? What, just because we went out to PSG on penalties, all of a sudden he ain't good tactically? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But so you're right, you're bang on the money. And you know what? I'm always in the camp with a manager I trust. You know I was like this with Klopp as well. I'm always in the camp of I'll wait to be proven wrong willingly, even if I disagree at the time, because I trust the manager. And do you know what I mean? I'm not going to always go too far when we buy a player. So you're right. Maybe he knows something he's going to do with these attributes that he's going to put in, and we're going to be wowed by it. And I'm all for sitting back and going, oh shit, I got that one wrong, man. Slot is a genius. I'm all for it. I'm not being hard-headed and acting like I'm just right about it. But let me say this though.
Go on.
You did say two things that I want to touch on that I think could be also different to what you're thinking, which is when it becomes a problem. What if the main reason we're going after him is because it's easy? And I fucking hate that this is what Liverpool always do. He has a release clause that is extremely low. And he plays for a team that are now going to get absolutely picked apart like a carcass by the flipping, what are they called? By the Jankro, yeah? The Jankro are just going to pick the carcass that is Leverkusen apart now.
You know.
Because shout out to all my Jamaicans. Because let's be honest, bro. Leverkusen losing their manager and not being that team anymore, bro, they're going to lose Wirtz. They're going to lose Frimpong. They're losing their manager. They're probably going to lose Hincape. They're like, do you know what I mean, Bob? They're gonna like Boniface. Apparently, he's going to Newcastle now, but they're gonna get absolutely ripped to shreds, bro. It's Jankro ripping the carcass to pieces now, bro, of Leverkusen. I actually feel sorry for Leverkusen fans. They better get ready for a relegation battle next season. I'm not bullshitting. The way their squad is going to get ripped,
gonna get decimated. Facts,
bro. It's going to be scary hours for Leverkusen, right?
All right, stay in the car.
Just a cheap, easy option because Liverpool don't have money like that.
No. So
to go and spend 80 mil on a right back. So we're like, let's go and get a right back for 20 mil instead.
No, because
you get where I'm coming from. Like,
it's gonna cost about.
Tar's leaving as well for free.
Yeah, for free.
They are getting ripped to shreds. That Leverkusen squad.
All right, here what I'm gonna say. Stay in the car. You said on record that you believe Salah can play the 10. Yes or no?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Right. Let's say in game we need to make a tweak. We're coming towards the end of the game. What if I told you this? Conor Bradley's at right back. Frimpong goes to right wing. Salah moves into the 10, and we got another striker. What you have to remember is Frimpong is very versatile. So let's say we went to 4 in midfield. Let's say we kicked the 4-3-3. Frimpong can play across the whole right-hand side, bro. That's his zone, innit? And what Frimpong does differently to Trent is the one that gets us up the pitch via his passing. With Frimpong, it's about his running. His running style and his pace will get us down the line. Now, remember, this is just, people saying, no, I'm not feeling it. All I'm saying is this: to lock up games, you might want to go with 2 theoretically right backs to lock up a game. Let's just say, in fact, let's say Salah stays off. Let's just say Salah's actually substituted, and to lock off the game, you want to play Frimpong and Conor Bradley. Is that such a bad thing?
No, look, I'm not even. I'm
trying to think of options because I think people are just thinking he's just going to be right back. I'm trying to think of where.
Well, this is what Jamie loves about the idea, because Jamie believes that he covers the whole right side. Yeah. And I totally understand a little bit of what you lot are saying. Big up, Pimp. I couldn't believe when I saw this as well. You can pay this release clause in installments for some reason.
Oh, this is the Edwards signing all over there.
So, bro, this is an Edwards FSG signing.
But remember, he's a good player. Oh, and he's homegrown. He's homegrown, by the way.
Yeah, that as well, because obviously,
But bro, people need to remember, he's not.
I've seen Frimpong play right wing 3 times. Now, I know that's an extremely small sample size.
I know he's not.
I've watched him play right wing live 3 times. And bro, he was trash at right wing.
No. But Drift, this is to lock off a game. I'm just giving you an example. We've made substitutions and it's not going our way, and we're winning 3-2. We need to lock off the game. We bring on Frimpong. Let's say we've already taken off Salah. Salah goes off. Frimpong comes on. Right wing is kind of Frimpong, and Conor Bradley is right back. This is just to see out a game. This isn't starting a game, people. This is where people I think are getting me wrong. People are thinking we're going to go into a game. This is to lock off a game. That's one aspect you can use Frimpong. But if he's going to be brought in as a big signing, he's probably more likely not going to be playing right back. But I'll be real. We've won, and I know people won't like me saying it, but this is the truth. We've won a Premier League. In fact, we've won 2 Premier Leagues. We've won a Champions League. We've won an FA Cup. We've won a Carabao Cup, all with Trent being at right back. We've sat here for years and said Trent is never going to be the best defender. But you never guess what? I will say this. As much as we don't like him right now, he did improve this season defensively. And this is why when I say the manager can maybe get the better of Frimpong and make him understand the right back role better.
Maybe.
Are you going to be as worried if you see what's his name? Doku versus Frimpong? They're basically the same player, you know. Just that Frimpong's just a defender, bro.
No. Doku's a better winger than Frimpong every minute.
No. What I mean is you got we've got the defender version of Doku. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when it's 1v1, Doku might skin him, but then Frimpong gets back at him because Frimpong's faster than Doku.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that.
Nah, he is
rapid. No, bro, Doku's rapid,
bro. Frimpong is faster than Doku. I promise you.
And there's another thing that worries me about if he's playing at right back. And again, bro, I am all about that. I'm willing to be proved wrong in this moment.
I'm
not going to be.
It's about having an open mind in these conversations. 100%.
Yeah. No, I'm open-minded to Frimpong. I am. Like, I'm not sitting there like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just voicing my concerns, bro.
Yeah.
Here's another concern I have, my bro. And I'm again. I know I'm going to get a lot of stick for this because I've said this before in the past. I know the short man them have come for me, yeah? Pause.
Oh, no, I know you're going to say.
Bro, Frimpong is 5'1", yeah?
He's not for base. Yeah,
bro, do you really want Frimpong at the back post in the Premier League, bro?
But Frimpong, do you know what we would do from a big up Cal?
Evening, guys, evening.
Do you know what happened, though?
Hey, man, like Chris Woods, back post, Frimpong's marking.
No.
So it is a nightmare waiting.
All right, let me say this, though. We would definitely have Frimpong. We would hide Frimpong in set piece scenarios. Frimpong, you know, Frimpong will be at the edge of the box. You do realize that. A smart manager.
If he does play right back in a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, there's going to be moments during the game where it won't even be a set piece. It will be an open play transition, and he will be the one who's having to cover at the back post.
All right, let me ask you this.
I'm not going to lie, bro. A 5, like, obviously.
How tall is he, by the way?
I think
he's not that short. He's 5'8".
I think he's 5'5".
He's 5'8".
Nah, I need to fact check that.
He's
always the shortest player on the pitch.
Watch this. All right, Drift, you double check.
I think Robbo's only 5'9".
What's what I'm going to say to you? What's what I'm going to say to both? In fact, I'll ask you, Cal. Do you remember when Patrice Evra first came into the Premier League and how people were targeting, and it took him a while to adapt? Did Evra, as much as we don't like Evra in terms of he played for the enemy, look what happened to Patrice Evra, bro.
Shall I tell you what it is? When it comes to, I hear what you're saying, Drift. Obviously, naturally, if you're taller, you've naturally got an advantage over someone who's shorter than you. And I don't even say this to take the mick, but Gakpo 6'4", and I see him lose out on headers all the time. Thiago was 5'9".
He's 5'5.5". I knew he was short.
Thiago's 5'9", and Thiago beat everyone in the air.
Look how small Thiago was, Cal. He's smaller than Thiago. And Thiago had an exceptional timing of his jump.
5'9" is not short, bro. Like,
no, he's 5'5", bro. I just looked at it. He's 5'5.5".
Just where you get them stats from? Are you sure he's 5'5"?
I just googled. He's 1.7 meters, and I converted it to feet, and it's 5'5".
No, people say he's not 5. Double check. Just double check.
I just did. It says he's 1.5.
Bro,
people are saying 5'8".
People are saying 5'7". Height. Just Google.
I did, and it gave me meters, and it converts to 1.55.
Con saying 5'8".
It's 1.72. 1.72 centimeters, which is 5.58.
He's 5'8", bro.
Anyway, he can even be 5'8". No disrespect to the people who are 5'8". You're still short. In the Premier League, at the back post, 5'8" is short.
What I'm saying is
shorter than Robbo. It's desire.
Yeah, but Robbo's poor at the back post, guys. Isn't that kind of
Robbo's not poor at the back post. Guys, hit both of you. Patrice Evra, how tall was he?
Patrice Evra used to struggle with back post headers.
But what I'm saying is,
he used to get targeted.
Yes, when he first came to Man United, and then when he realized he was about it, he kind of showed that, okay, I might have a bit of trouble at times. Because obviously, if someone's really, really tall, like, I'll give you an example, Jeff. We're playing at the Vitality Stadium, but someone swings an across to Semenyo at the back post. Obviously, I'm thinking Semenyo's going to win that header against Frimpong.
Maybe not Semenyo, because he's not a great header, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure someone.
I'm thinking Chris Wood peels off to the back post.
Yeah.
And you got Frimpong trying to mark him, or Haaland peels off to the back post, or Havertz peels off to the back post. Yeah. I'm thinking of all the tall forwards that are in the league, and I'm like, Jesus, having the.
But here's the killer, though. You know, Trent. I know Trent is obviously 5'10" or 5'11". Yeah. Here's the thing: Trent's not even good in the air at all. But like, he's really not.
No, that's
Trent
fair.
get bullied in the air. Do you know what I mean?
Look,
I'm just throwing in a little extra attribute. I'm not even saying that it bothers me badly. I'm just throwing in a little extra tiny.
Came out in with his stats.
Shall I tell you what it is about
What's came,
headering?
man?
A lot of the time it's about the desire you have to win the header. Mike Owen wasn't the tallest. How many headers did Mike Owen score?
I hear you. Oh,
Jota, not the tallest. How many headers does Jota score? Jota's better in the air than Nunes is. Nunes is way taller. Better than Gakpo in the air. Gakpo's way taller. It's all about desire. Granted, there are some anomalies. Shout out to Keaton, like a Dan Burns, like a Peter Crouch, who are just going to win the ball based off height. But honestly, like, my concern isn't about him defending headers at the back post, because it's the rest of the stuff.
All right, so
I hear that. Like I said, I'm just fun, and again, I know I'm gonna have to make a public apology to the short man. Them, I'm not trying to have a go at you. Look, I'm just talking about from a football point of view.
Yeah, but Jeff, you can't say it while you're laughing, bro.
I'm actually quite laughing. You know, I tease my brother all the time about being short.
No, obviously, I know, yeah, because obviously your brother.
And do you want to know what as well? I'm not gonna lie, bun it, yeah. Nobody defends me when people go at bald people. So why all of a sudden have I got? You know what I'm saying? Why am I got?
No, but there might be like, I don't know.
Short people cuss me about being bald all the time. It's the game is the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But no, all jokes aside,
yeah.
I'm talking about from a football point of view, guys. I'm not talking about in life. Being 5'7" in life is a complete minor. There's nothing wrong with. But 5'7" at the back post in the Premier League, that's an issue.
But that's one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's one scenario. That is one. So, Carl, let me ask you. So, I asked Drift. Yeah, I said to him, listen.
See, Mark, what shampoo do I use? If the violation. Do you get what I'm saying?
If the manager has chosen Frimpong to be the right back, surely there must be a method to the madness, Cal. Because if you look at Gravenberch, how he was such a key component this season playing the DM spot, when last year it was a different formation. He didn't use Gravenberch as an 8, use him as a 6. Do you think that if he's picking Frimpong, there's a reason why? Because I do think, like, the manager, if there's anything, we should be able to trust him right now, Cal. Or is it, or you're not trusting the manager's judgment on this one?
I don't know. It's a difficult one, because it feels as though whenever you go against the manager or who the club want, you're seen as, like, for lack of a better term, you're seen as like a bad fan. And I don't think that should be the case. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't think you can, just because you have a difference of opinion, I don't think that doesn't mean you don't trust the manager. Like I trust both of you, for example. But if I see you about to pick up a hot pot without oven glove or something, I'm gonna go, guys, that's hot. And you're like, no, I can handle it. I'll be like, no, I don't know about that. Like, that's not me not trusting you as people. I might just think you're making a wrong decision there. And I think people go far with it the other way. Again, I don't know. I have my opinions on Frimpong. If he joins Liverpool Football Club, he'll get my full support. If he joins, I'm interested to see how we adapt the system, because we cannot play the same system we're playing now with Frimpong. Because he's not a player that can invert. His passing isn't great. Forget about Trent's level. His passing is just not great. It's very basic.
Very good crosser though, Carl.
I was gonna say I tell you who Frimpong reminds me of. He reminds me a bit of Lamptey. When Lamptey's fit, yeah. But
I think Lamptey's good defensively.
No, I was going to say, but Lamptey's a better defender.
Oh, okay. But who do you think is a better player overall, though? Surely Frimpong, right? Or
yeah, he is. I don't look at Frimpong and think, yeah, that's the right back that's going to really enhance defense. If I'm Konate, I'm sitting there going, I've just got rid of Trent and now I've got Frimpong. Maybe I might not sign this new contract.
But do you think Frimpong has that? Because from the games that I've seen Frimpong, and I know when you're playing right midfield, it's different to right back. Frimpong does have that desire though to chase back. He's not one of them ones where if a move breaks down, he just kind of does the whole, I can't be bothered. Like, he has that desire.
But I didn't think that was a problem though, because whenever I pointed out to the fan base, that wasn't an issue with Trent. But I digress. So Alberto Moreno always chased back. It still wasn't good defensively though.
No, but Moreno used to chase back and just dive in and give away penalties.
Moreno was a headless chicken.
No, but that's my point. Everyone keeps on saying, "Oh, it'll be fine with Frimpong because he's got the pace to get back." Moreno had the pace to get back, but what did he do once he got back?
So what you're basically saying is,
Frimpong says something today on his Insta about his move to Liverpool, but I'll play that video afterwards.
I think I'm not really gonna play. I bet I already know which one it is. I don't want to spoil it because if it's the right one, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. Listen. All I'm gonna say is this year. I don't know.
He's not a right back and he's not a right winger.
Hold on. Let me get to my.
Cal, this is what I'm saying. Before you jumped in, Matt said a very good point. Matt said we have got no reason to not trust what Slot might have planned tactically for why he's bringing him in. And I'm all for being like, wow, Slot is a genius. I can't believe we didn't see that, because he used Gravenberch as a perfect example. We've seen Gravenberch play that role before at Ajax, but the way Slot changed our minds on it being a good idea from how people felt in the summer, people felt like it was a terrible idea. And Gravenberch went on to be top 3 midfielders in the season. So it's like, we do have to have a step back and go, he might tactically just know something, and we're going to be like, oh, didn't see that one coming. And we're just sitting there like this, do you know what I mean? Well played. I just worry, Cal, and I said this to Matt before, I just worry this is low-hanging fruit. I worry that a £25 million buyout clause that can be spread across 4 or 5 years is just so easy. Do you know what I mean? He wants to come to Liverpool, and even the elephant in the room, the 2 players we're linked with today, they're both Dutch. I beg you, we don't go down that route.
All right.
I don't have an issue with Dutch players.
Right. Stay in the car, guys. Stay in the car. I'm gonna ask you both.
We're just gonna start doing the Dutch thing as well.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car. We gotta remember our recruitment team changed last year, right? So last year we brought back in Michael Edwards, and obviously he brought in his best friend Richard Hughes. Yeah. Here I'm gonna say.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Over the years,
imagine, bro, I'm 35 years old. My mum's just called me crashing out about something that she didn't even ask me to do, bro.
I swear. Big up mums, you know they do.
No, she's actually crashed out.
I can hear her talking through the phone.
No, I'm looking at the message now, and I'm like, raw. Like,
is she writing in caps?
You weren't mum in that situation.
Is mum writing in caps? No, I hear it still.
I'm going to read the message he sent me.
Yeah,
Why didn't you pick up the rubbish from the front garden? You know this is the norm. Like,
you know I was going to make a joke about the bin. I was going to make a joke about the bin, you know. That is so ironic.
The last sentence, you know this is the norm. Am I a dickhead in life, bro? What are you doing? Bro, she didn't ask me, bro. So you just assume I'm going to come pick up my daughter and pick up the rubbish as well. All right, I'm a dickhead then, mum. All right, cool.
No. Big up Mumsy. Come on, man. You know,
big up mums. I love her to bits, but that is a madness. Not
come
even
on,
a
Cal.
No, you man. She just said reply. She just said reply.
No way. She told you
what,
to
as
reply.
in she wants a reply.
No, and she's seen the blue ticks, and she's just said reply. You man, if I'm lying, God strike me down. Look.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
No, but you know what, Cal? I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Smoke today.
I'm not even trying to push the knife in. But bro, you should have picked up the trash, bro. If it was in the front garden as you left, bro, you should have picked up the trash, bro.
Didn't ask me to, bro. I'm coming straight from being out. Got to pick up Alonso, brother. I ain't even got space in the booth, bro.
No, I hate that, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Did you walk past it?
Mumsy's doing the zonal defending right now, you know. You're finding out to break.
How can you say reply, bro?
Nah, that part is funny. She ain't willing to let this go right now. Wow, they're saying you're getting gang pressed, bro.
Man-to-man press.
Bro.
Man-to-man press.
No, this isn't even man-to-man. I'm getting rough.
Man marking.
Yeah, I'm getting the Rudiger treatment. That's
what Remember Atalanta when we couldn't move. Man-to-man press.
Yeah.
Couldn't move.
Do you know what? Big up Cameron. This is why it is though, Cal, because she raised you better.
Yeah, no, for real, fact.
She knows that you're supposed to know. If you see the trash, you take it out, even if you're not asked, bro. But no, that's funny. Big up Mumsy, man. That's hilarious.
Big up Mumsy. What was I gonna say?
I've got to humble myself with a response. after a crash.
And Salem is right. Salem knows. Cal's mum is the only one who could talk to him like that. That's
100%. 100%. And she's the only one that can apply the Atalanta press. It's crazy because you ain't breaking out. You might as well turn off your phone and be like, my battery died. Because you ain't getting out that one. All right, guys. Right, let's get back in the car. Here what I'm going to say. So, recruitment changed last year, yeah? With, our recruitment team, Edwards, Richie Hughes, right? Do you remember there were times when we used to be linked to players who we thought we were going to get and we never got them? What if I told you that this Frimpong news is more of a disguise and really we could be after, say, Vanderson? Because we've seen it before under Edwards and you know what I'm saying, his recruitment team, where they'll make us think we're going for this player, but we go and get someone completely different. Do you not think it could be that as well?
Who would the other person be?
That we've been loosely linked with Vanderson from Monaco.
So
Brazilian right back.
Bro,
because I'll be real, we can't always just think that the players that are linked with the club are automatically going to be the players that we're going to get. We've seen it before.
As well, right? Wasn't there someone?
So far it's been Vanderson, Frimpong, and there's another right back who we've been linked with. I want to say he's another Brazilian, you know.
Wesley's one.
Wesley from Flamengo, is he?
I feel like there was another one in Europe.
Is it big up yards? Is it? I think it's I was right. Wesley from Flamengo, yeah. So just quickly, do you guys think it could be a smokescreen though, as well? Or do you just think right now with this news that it's definitely
this news feels very Thiago-ish.
This feels like it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah. This feels very Thiago. You know, there was a point where the Thiago news just was like, this must be real. Yeah, it feels very Thiago-ish. Yeah.
All right. So, last thing I'm going to ask you both. Quick yes or no. Cal, are you taking Frimpong at Liverpool? Yes or no?
If it was up to me, no.
Okay. And what about you, Drift?
As a squad player, yes. As a starting right back, no.
What about as a starting right back?
No, I'm not taking him as a starting right back.
Fair play.
Can I ask you a question, Matt?
Yeah, go.
Not better footballer. Is Frimpong a better right back than Conor Bradley?
No, because I think Bradley's better defensively. Even though he's younger, I think Bradley's got a bit more about him in defense. One thing I will say, I think Frimpong is better attacking though. Frimpong will get you more goals and assists, in my opinion.
They're polar opposites for me.
Because I think Bradley better defensively, but Frimpong better going forward though. And again, it's very hard to judge because Frimpong starts higher up the pitch. But
I think Bradley's attacking is slept on.
No.
Bradley's decent at attacking, but Frimpong's better though.
I think Bradley's better than decent at attacking.
You know already, I love Bradley. I want Bradley to be the right.
I think Bradley decent. I think when you start, you could say decent / good, but that's where it kind of stops though. You wouldn't go further than that. Because you have to remember as well, Bradley, Bradley still got a lot of developing to do, and we saw it against Arsenal. And again, you're gonna have remember that's only like what 6 starts or something like that in the Premier League. I can't even remember. Like you don't have that many.
Bradley's gonna turn into a beast in the attacking sense once he gets rhythm and plays week in, week out.
Once he gets off that popcorn and crisp diet and he fills that a little bit more, a bit like Trent, and has more experience.
Say that, bro. Did you see how much Frimpong weighs? Apparently, Frimpong weighs 67 kg.
No, but Frimpong is
extremely light. That's about
the thing is Bradley's more aggressive, but I would argue I've seen Frimpong come up against some kind of like some.
We got linked with Gertrude, Matt. That was the other one. Gertrude, we got.
That's it, Gertrude. I forgot about him as well. But do you think the
that's three Dutch fullbacks: Hato, Frimpong, and Gertrude.
And there's another one as well. What's the one that you like as well, Matt? From the 18-year-old one, the young guy,
Gavario Reed.
That's 4.
He's Dutch as well, by the way. He plays for final, but he's signing a new deal till 2029.
The only Dutch fullback we ain't been linked with is Dumfries, it seems.
Yeah, for real. I don't know, man.
And I'm not gonna lie, Dumfries is having a good tournament. If Inter win, you never know.
Dumfries is I don't know about
Dumfries is the best from an attacking point of view out of everybody. But from a defensive point of view,
I say between him and Frimpong. Frimpong very good at attacking, you know.
I'll say Gertrude is the best defender out of everyone we just named.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. All right then. So people, let me know what you think in the chat. In fact, as well, people, don't forget as well, when this video finishes, let us know your thoughts as well regarding Frimpong. Would you take him at Liverpool? And if so, do you think it's the right move and things like that? Let me know what you're saying in the chat, people, in the comments when the video finishes. And make sure you smash the like button as well, people. You know the thing already. Right, let's move on to the next topic. So, Luis Diaz. There was a lot of speculation, a lot of talk about his future. A lot of, people were saying we're going to speak about, he's going to speak about whether he's going to get a new contract or not. The last news I've seen recently was Diaz did speak about his future Liverpool. And when asked about his future, he said, for me, I would stay. However many years it takes, it also depends on the club, everything. These are details that are sorted out separately. Very calm. I'm happy and enjoying the Premier League from the first day I arrived. I've always been happy, calm, enjoying my football, played at this great team. So Luis Diaz has expressed that he wants to stay at Liverpool. But he did say, obviously, in those quotes, that it obviously depends on everything, the club and whatnot, whether he's going to get offered a new deal. So Drift, I'll start with you. I know you're a massive fan of Diaz. Diaz wants to stay, but do you think Liverpool feel the same way, in your opinion? Do you think they'll try and keep him?
I hope so. At this point, I have to live in hope, because here's the thing. I think after what's happened with Trent, I think the club are going to be traumatized. And I don't think anybody goes into the 2 years of their deal anymore. I know, big up Arsenal. I have to big up Arsenal for this, because they've changed their whole stance on this after them losing a lot of players on cheats and on frees as well. And they changed their structure. If you sign a 5-year deal, when you get down to 2 years, you sign a new deal or you're sold. You go for maximum value. You don't leave for free, and you commit to the club. That's one thing I rate Arsenal for. That's their new thing. That's why this is a big summer for Arsenal, because Saliba, if I'm not mistaken, and Saka have 2 years left on their deals. So this is a sign a new deal where you're sold summer for their two best players, arguably. So
they're down.
Yeah. This is
Salah finishes his career at Liverpool, and then Saka just joins on a free. Run it.
Possibly. No, they won't let that happen, Cal. They'll sell him this summer if he won't sign the deal. That's their new policy.
I don't think they sell him personally. I don't think they can. I don't think they can afford to, and they can't afford to. Jiv. I know what you're saying. They probably want.
They'd get 120 in this market for Saka, so they might. You don't know.
You know what?
You really
we'll buy Saka and we'll loan him back to them.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
but anyway, staring up. So following from that model, which I actually think in the way that players now are trying to do this whole player power thing from a club point of view, I think Arsenal have hit the nail on the head with that one. And I actually think that is actually a very good strategy. And I think Ibri was going to give us PTSD as well, because we got this whole bullshit to deal with now this summer with Harmony having 1 year left. So if you look at the situation now, Diaz has got 2 years on his deal. So I think that now that we've got this new structure, it is either he's sold or he gets a new deal. I don't think there's anything else, guys. It ain't, Diaz is here next year and he's still thinking he ain't signed it. It is either he signs a new deal or they shot him. So for me, this is a very up in the air summer for Diaz. And I'm hoping they give him 120, which is doubling his wages, and he's on a new deal, and we keep him. You lot already know how much I love Diaz. Diaz is one of the signings that we made that you lot said, I got my way. I felt very privileged that we did get him. And I love the kid. And I think he gets so much unfair stick in our fan base. It's unbelievable, but I can't be bothered to keep having that argument. But yeah, man, I hope he stays. And again, I'll go to a point of what Cal was saying as well. If you keep Diaz in the squad, Diaz is arguably our most versatile player. Definitely in attack. He can play right wing to a decent level, but he can play up front well. And he's a left winger by trade. If you do get rid of Jota and Nunes, as Cal said earlier on in the season, he becomes your perfect cover forward if you don't want to buy two strikers or you don't even feel like there's two strikers in the market. And then you buy a left winger and then you play Diaz as a false nine if your Gokeres or your Isak or whoever we buy for the striker isn't there or is tired or whatever. He's just a great option in the squad, Diaz. Do you get what I mean? At a push, you could even play Diaz in the 10. If he was really like pushed to try, like you could even play him in a 4-2-3-1. You could even play Diaz in the 10. He's very versatile as a forward. Therefore, why get rid of him? And I do believe that Diaz is one of those players that say you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And I also think a lot of the people who have a go at Diaz in our fan base, if he did what he did for Liverpool, but he did for someone else, people will be twerking for him. It's so the grass is greener and not knowing what you've got till it's gone are cliche sayings for a reason. If Diaz had just done what he done for Liverpool at Brentford or out Napoli or someone like that, everyone will be like, oh, have you seen that left winger that plays for Napoli? Diaz, oh, he's a bad boy, you know. I'm telling you, people only underappreciate him because he's a Liverpool player and they highlight bad moments he has and they don't highlight good moments. He had a really poor miss against Arsenal that could have been another assist for Salah. Yes, that can be a frustration about him. Should have hit it first time, took a touch, got closed down, shot wasn't good, keeper saves it, he should score. But then, and rightly so, as Cal said during the pre-match, doing the post-match, 5 minutes later, brilliant anticipation to get on the end of a aimless cross from Szoboszlai and hope. Diaz makes that goal with his run, scores, makes up for it. No one really even says anything. But you're willing to slew him for the miss, but you don't give him extra credit and credit Cal for being the only one who gave him extra credit for the goal because you just want to keep pointing out the negatives. Do you get what I mean? Diaz has got 25 GA this season. I know he can miss opportunities. That's frustrating. But do you know how good 25 GA for a forward is? Who's playing in a team where another forward got 25 GA and one of the other forwards is nearly on 50 GA. We're not saying he got 25 GA and he's the only forward in our team who did well, you know. He's the forward in our team that's got 3 players on 25 GA or more. That's why that's also why I get a little bit confused when people don't think we've got a good forward line. We've got 100 GA between 3 of our forwards. Is that not good enough? Or am I a crazy person? Or is almost 100 GA from 3 players in your front line not good enough? I don't know. I'm just saying. So I hope he stays, man. I love Diaz.
Skewed by Salah, to be fair.
All right, so
it is, Cal. But remember, it's 50 from the left wing between Gakpo and Diaz, bro.
Diaz has been our second best attacker this season.
Yeah, he has.
Statistically, him and Gakpo are exactly the same statistically.
He's been better than Gakpo this season.
I think since Gakpo came back for the injury, I think Diaz has been better. So, Cal, let me ask you then. So, firstly, would you offer, for Liverpool, do you offer Diaz a new deal, Cal, or would you potentially cash on him? Because right now, his value is probably at its highest.
I'd probably give him a new deal, man. And again, I hold my hands up. I flip-flopped on this because if you'd asked me this a couple months ago, I'd have probably said I'd sell Diaz, but because I think Jota and Núñez have to be moved on as a priority, and obviously Chiesa's gone anyway, I think we have to keep Diaz because there's no way we're getting in 3 attackers in the summer, in my opinion. 2's pushing it, but 3's an absolute no-no. So for me, with him being a second best attacker this season, Drift spoke about his versatility, being able to play across the front 3. Again, you know my thoughts on Diaz. I want him to be a forward now, as a false 9/striker now. I don't think his days as left winger are really to my liking. And even Gakpo, I want someone to come in and properly challenge Gakpo now. But if we were to go out and get a new striker in the summer, which I hope we are, I think it takes pressure off that new striker if we've got Diaz there who can play that role. Diaz is a purple patch player, but when he's in this purple patch, he's very, very difficult to deal with.
I hear what you're saying.
In that purple patch. But once he's out of the purple patch,
let me ask you both this just quickly. Diaz wants to stay, but we all know that his wages are relatively quite low. So it's around, but it's between about 55, 70. But we know he's low, one of the lowest paid, right? What happens if there's no agreement? Do you both sell Diaz or do you let him go to the final year of his contract?
No, I would just be. No, he's got 2 years left, Matt. Not 1. He's got 2 years left.
No. So what I'm saying is, if he say he doesn't sign a new deal, he goes into next year with a year left, and we lose a lot of bargaining power. So my
no, bro. Oh, what you mean? If we finish the season, he'll have 1 year left.
Yeah,
he's got 2 years left. At the end of this
so what
season,
I'm saying is, obviously, it's not as desperate in terms of Ibu's situation, but let's say Diaz is like, do you know what? Nah, like the terms they're offering me I'm not feeling
well,
it.
like we say, extend the contract, but we don't give him a pay rise. You mean something like that?
But let's just say they can't come to an agreement.
Would be a lippy.
Let's say they can't come to an agreement.
That would be an absolute bad up, innit?
Yeah, no, Phil. But let's say they don't get to no agreement, so nothing is signed in the summer. So nothing is signed.
Then I would. If the club won't offer him more, then I would be completely understanding as to why he would then leave, because that would be a feeling of not being like.
No, but would you say no? My question is, would you sell him?
From a personal point of view, no, because I love him. But from a club point of view, you have to, or you're losing value on the player, right? And especially that he's 28, because it would be 1 year left and 29. And then that becomes an issue, because a 29-year-old with 1 year left, you don't get as much money for as a 28-year-old with 2 years left.
Is it this summer then that we have to, the Diaz thing has to be sorted?
Yeah, kind of. From a club point of view, if I take myself out of it from a personal point of view, from a club point of view, a 28-year-old with 2 years left, you get maximum value for. A 29-year-old with 1 year left, you'll get half the amount. So from a business point of view, you've got to shot him this summer. And
Carl, what about you? Same question. He doesn't sign a new deal, so they don't come to an agreement. He just says, you know what? All right, if we can't agree on this new deal, I'll just sell my contract and I might even run it down. Would you sell Diaz?
I wouldn't sell him this summer, because I think we as fans of Liverpool especially get hung up on this notion that we can only sign new contracts in transfer windows.
That's what we do, man.
Like, no, on the real though, if you realise, we sit there and we think like, right, if he doesn't sign this summer, we got to sign him next summer. No, like, you can sign him up in October. Like, you can sign him in contract in October. So
you know what it is, Cal, because you can't shot him at any other time. That's why, isn't it?
I hear it, but then for me, you have to take the risk. We cannot sell for it. We are not going to get 4 attackers this summer because there's so many other areas that need addressing. Like, we're just not going to sell 4 attackers and bring in 4. Like, to go into a season and sell everyone apart from Gakpo and Salah and have to rebuild the front line when you still got to rebuild the defense is insane work. So I think you've got to bite the bullet and take the risk with Diaz. At least that way you've got 3 center. So you've got 3 attackers plus Harvey Elliott, maybe if he stays, and then you can buy a striker and a winger. But to lose 4 and then potentially 5 if Elliott goes as well, is insane work.
Do you know all these contract situations? We're talking about Diaz. We know what's going on with Ibu. The Trent thing's already been decided. One thing I will say is this, I don't know who was doing the contracts the last couple of years, but they clearly weren't doing their job, I'm going to be so real. Like, we've got so many contract situations, within this year and next year. Like, I think Jota's contract runs out 2027. I think Robert's contract runs out in 2027. Conor Bradley's runs out in 2027. Like, I'm going to be real. Like, we can't let this ever happen again. Like, you see the new regime that's been put in place now. They, like you said, Jeff, we need to kind of, if what you're saying is true, I hate to say it, take a leaf out of Arsenal's, but where, like, if a player gets us 2 years,
need to take a leaf out of
we have to make that decision. We can't dwell on it, because we can't have all these top players when they get to 2 years, nothing sorted, and then they get into the final year and we lose all bargaining power, because all the player's gonna do, and even I would even agree with it as a player, you just go, I'll wait till the end of the season to see what best suits me. Because now it's not about the club, it's about me now. Now I'm more thinking about, well, I want to get my money. Because here's the thing. Luis Diaz has every right to feel aggrieved if he's on a reported 55 grand a week. I can't even lie to you. He's probably thinking to himself, like, Liverpool actually taking the piss. He's been in his contract for so long.
At the time when he signed it, he was on 19 grand a week at Porto. So he felt like he'd hit the lottery because.
But he should have got a renewal, if we're being real, though. He should have.
He should have been off. Do you know what probably stopped it though? Would have been the year out with the injury, innit? That's what would have stopped him getting a new deal. Would have been that year he spent injured. But yeah, no, I agree, Matt. I think that we have to give him a pay rise. He deserves to be on at least 120. At least 120.
I'll say Diaz should. If we're talking about, all right, Jeff, you think he's the best left winger in the Premier League, right?
Yeah, I do.
Kyle, you think Diaz is what, top 3? Where do you rank him in
the Premier? Top 3.
Top 3. If we're going to be realistic, Diaz should really be on about 150. If we're big, come on.
Yeah, he should be.
Nunes
if you're looking at his importance to the team, Matt, he should be on about 180. Like if you're actually talking about his importance to the team.
Yeah, there's an argument there.
But minimum 120, innit? Minimum 120.
Man like Chiesa, who would play no football on 140. And listen, I think Darwin's on about, what's Darwin on? 120?
It's a little different for people like Chiesa, though, because Chiesa was on that wage when he was in Italy. So he's never going to come down from that wage. You get what I'm saying? Gravenberch is on a high wage, but he was on big wages.
Gravenberch is on 140.
You're not going to go down in wages, are you?
Gravenberch is on 140. With Darwin, it kind of makes sense, though, because if you're a big money signing, you're going to get big wages. It's very rare that you spend like 70 mil, whatever it is, and then you give the player like 55. It kind of goes hand in hand. I understand that one.
I actually think we'll save quite a lot of money on wages next summer. But
this time,
in the summer, because remember, if Nunes goes, Jota goes, like that's like 280 off the wage bill.
Yeah, but we thought that when Thiago left. No, so we thought this when Naby left. Ox left, Firmino left. They were all on good. Naby 140, Ox 140, Firmino 180. What was
the salary? The salary did go down, man.
No, but didn't our wages thing go up, bro?
No, our outlays went out, and that was like, how? Bro, does that
but didn't the wage bill get higher, bro?
Matthew,
bro, no, I know you're gonna say. Listen, Cal, let me land. I'm the host of that. I'm doing devil's advocate.
Caroline and them lot are on the payroll, bro.
Yes, I know. The ladies that did it.
There's some rumors that our owners do take dividends, and they just pretend it's Pete Sam who works in catering. You know?
What I'm gonna say is though, don't get ready for the. I'm saying catering. Get ready for the PR line, yeah. You've already seen it, guys.
I'll bag a bunch ladies and cleaning men who ain't turned up for weeks.
Who's Henry John?
Guys, get ready for the PR machine. Yeah?
And just swapping names around. Who's Henry John?
Meanwhile, JW's got a brand new dress for Linda laying on the bed. You know,
but hear this though. Crazy. You guys already know. Just brace yourself. PR line has already started. I think it already started from Ornstein, where he said something like, I think we was talking about it. Ornstein said something like, Liverpool never spend like lavish spenders, and you have to remember the extensions of Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk have to be considered. Brother, I don't care what nonsense you're trying to spew. We are getting signings. We're not buying into no PR.
I don't know how true this was, but I read an article a couple of weeks ago that said that Liverpool can comfortably, without messing up PSR,
spend about 300 mil, probably
spend 400 mil.
Yeah, without getting
without messing up FFP or PSR, any of that. Liverpool could spend 400 mil.
It doesn't mean we have 400 mil to spend, though.
No. But I mean, but Cal, imagine how great our wiggle room is if we can spend 400 mil without even coming close to worrying about any kind of.
That's
do you get what I mean? That means that ideally the club should be at least spending 300. Do you get what I mean?
Shall I be honest with you guys? I know this isn't going to go down in popular opinion. Do you know what? I don't really care how much the players cost as long as they're the right players. Again, you guys know my thoughts.
I agree.
The lap 30 million.
This is what Ornstein said. Stop using the word like war chest.
You know, the lap's 30 mil. You know, I'd be over the moon if we signed the lap. So for me, it's not about how much. If we spent 150 mil in the summer, but we got all the things sorted out that we.
What if I told you someone on the panel who isn't me said, "What if it's opportunistic?"
Yes, man. Yeah.
No, because here's what I'm saying. Drift said this year. Drift was like, and this is a valid point what Drift said. All jokes aside, what happens if we're looking at Frimpong? Sorry to go back to it, but is that just opportunistic because like it's a relatively low fee? For it's 30 mil, between 30 to 33 million pounds. Is it because the lap
it's
thing
a buyout clause that can be played with installments, Matt, as well. Remember that.
No, but here's the thing: if I'm not mistaken,
the installments.
Vanderson's got Vanderson's values around that sort of price range as well. So it's like, and plus you can negotiate. So I don't know. I don't think Frimpong's seen as an opportunistic signing. I think it's seen as if the club get him, it's a signing that slot and the board obviously think.
Yeah, I think that as well. Yeah. I think that as well. But in regards to Diaz,
we have to keep Diaz, in my opinion, Matt. We have to keep Diaz.
I don't know. Can someone quickly double check his stats? Because one thing I will say about Diaz, yeah, the member, I will say
it's 25 GA for the season.
Okay, so 25 GA. One thing I don't know if is he statistically the best left winger in the Prem? Because one thing I want to say is this year. The last thing I'm going to say about Diaz, and we'll get onto the super chats, then we'll get on to the last topic. Yeah, is this year. Diaz got a lot of hate last year, and I get it. We kind of crashed out as a team towards the end of the season. We've said this a million times. We're an emotional club. When Klopp said he was leaving, I think everybody just crashed.
17 goals, 8 assists, man.
That's what in the Prem.
No. In the premise, 13 goals, 7 assists. So it's GA in the premise.
That's
20.
still good though. That's good though.
GA
20 and 30, 20 and 36. Is that 20 and 36 in the Prem?
20 GA in 34 games.
I'm not gonna lie, because what I was gonna say is this.
Quite low minutes as well, 2,300 minutes. So it's not even
you're gonna like what I'm about to say, Jeff. You're gonna like this one.
It's 9 though. Sorry.
What's this? All right, stay in the car, guys. What's this? There was also someone else on this panel who tried to make it seem that Anthony Gordon should have been a priority or potential left winger. So I drift.
Priority.
And that wasn't me. And then that wasn't you, Drift. There's only one person.
No. Drift. When have I ever said Anthony Gordon's a priority, by the way?
Not a priority. No, I'm joking.
I'm not going to say adding the word priority is diabolical.
It's crazy.
That's diabolical, bro.
I'm not going to lie. Adding the word priority. That's diabolical.
No, I'm joking.
I think Cal did say he thinks statistically Gordon.
But you did think statistically Anthony Gordon potentially could be better than Diaz.
No, I said, yeah, I think statistically, if Gordon was in our team, I think he'd get the same numbers or better than Diaz. I don't think Diaz is a better footballer. I don't think Gordon's a better footballer. I think Gordon gives you better output, though.
Funny thing is, he hasn't even outed Jacob. Is it Jacob, isn't it?
Jacob Murphy. But to be fair, Gordon got injured, though, innit? To be fair to Gordon got injured, though, innit? He had a bad injury, innit? Did he?
Do you know this? All right, so here's the thing. Diaz has got the amount of goals he's got, but again, we can't forget he did play as a false 9 this season, and he got quite a good amount of goals from false 9. Another thing, do you know who the second top goal scorer is from a left wing perspective is in the Premier League? This is a shock to me, by the way.
I know you're gonna say. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Semenyo.
No.
Left wing. All right.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me think. Is it someone we're expecting? No. You said someone went left wing.
I bet it's like a Nottingham Forest player or something.
No.
It ain't no one from Spurs.
No.
And it ain't Arsenal.
Well, what is it? Is it our player? Is it Cody?
No, it's not ours. It's not our player.
It's not Gakpo.
No, it's a player called Kevin Shard from Brentford.
Oh shit!
What? I didn't know about we saying in Bremo. You sure, bro? You sure that's not a typo?
No. Kevin Shard's got 11 goals.
He got 11 goals.
Yeah, he's been going about his business quiet.
So how many's Gakpo? So what is Diaz the top goal scorer from left wing then?
From left wing, statistically, Diaz is top, but he's on 13. But again, he's played as a centre forward this season.
Don't worry about the false 9 thing, man.
No, we have to put it in there though. Kevin Shade is got 11 goals. Gakpo's got 10. Yeah, I'm gonna list off some names now.
I mean, you know what, Cal? To be fair, he did play centre forward 14 times, but he's played left wing 30 times. So Diaz has definitely played more left wing than he's played up front.
But how many in the Prem though? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's played loads in the Prem. I want to say about 6, 7, maybe 7
in the Prem.
I'm saying 7.
For some reason, it's only giving me his whole season. It's not giving me what competition it was in. He's played as a right winger twice as well this season.
Check this though. Yeah. Goals from left wing, 6 out of 30. Goals from centre forward, 8 out of 14.
Who, Diaz?
Yeah. I'm telling you, Diaz is in his Mane bag. He's a centre forward now.
Bad boy.
Diaz is a centre forward now.
But one thing we have to say about Diaz, we're saying centre forward. He don't stay centre forward though. He just moves about. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think that's what suits him.
Yeah, he's like a roaming or a floating 9, not even a false 9. It's like a
because he doesn't really
a new position for when he plays.
man.
Do you know what I mean?
Iwobi's got 9 goals.
Diaz is doing his back.
Iwobi's had a big season.
Iwobi's had a very good season.
Speaking of Fulham, did you not see the videos from the Fulham dressing room?
No, but to be fair to Iwobi, we have to give him credit. Iwobi, remember I to say he's just busy, bruv. This season,
he's been very productive.
He's been very productive.
I'll ask one question.
There you go.
Is Martinelli better than Iwobi left wing?
Is who sorry better?
Is Martinelli better than Iwobi left winger? Not my question to answer. Arsenal fans, leave your comments below.
Well, no, but Cal, have you heard the new rhetoric going around? Martinelli showed movement against Liverpool that shows that he could possibly be Arsenal's answer to centre forward.
We don't even have to do anything to the fan base. We
did because 4D chess. We allowed them to think that he's a striker, bro.
You know what? All we've got to do to see Arsenal destruct is just throw a bunch of fans in a room together and just leave them for a day, bro.
100.
Just leave them for a day.
100.
Yeah, random tangent. Speaking of Fulham and Iwobi, did you lot see the Bassi and Traore?
Traore moved up Bassi, you know.
But Bassi is a unit, so I get why he believed in himself. But why would anybody take Traore on?
No, because if I looked at the two of them, remember Traore still like he's a big guy, but Traore is more about he's got like big arms in it. Like Bassi's more.
Bruv, he's just a unit.
No. But Bassi's a unit as well. That's what made it so frightening.
I know. But if you look at the athleticism in them both, why would you ever think you could take Traore on?
If I'm Calvin Bassi, I'm thinking I could move to Adama though. Like I could, do you know what I'm saying?
No, but he lost. He tried to put his trainers on and he lost again.
It's when I saw the man, he was in his sliders, fam. It was
yeah. The sliders were all over the place.
And it's the way Adama Traore was looking over him, like, what? Say something, fam.
And Cal must have been proud of the takedown in round 1. Like, man took him down like a UFC fighter,
dropped him on his back like he was a sack of
potato. Yeah. It's crazy.
No, that was hilarious. All I kept thinking, though, this is how you know football is just trauma. All I kept thinking is, brother, you're gonna get injured. What are you doing? That was
Did you hear the FUD? Did you hear the FUD when the first takedown?
If I ever saw 2 Liverpool players doing that, I'm losing my mind.
Do you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of kids being dickheads in the change room at school. That's what that reminded me of. I know they say boys will be boys and all that, but guys, the season ain't over yet. You lot could have took each other out for the rest of the season.
You know, we ain't built like that. None of our players are doing that, bro. I can tell you that. None of our players are doing that.
Flipping out. That was crazy.
All right, guys, can you quickly start the supers and I'll be back in 1 second before the next topic starts, yeah? Give me 1 second, guys. We do the supers.
If you got
it. Big up Planner Boy, who says, don't really care about yesterday. We are champions. Big up Planner Boy. I agree. Alex, fun fact: the last Arsenal team to win the league,
the last time
Caitlin was still Bruce. So when I saw that part, I needed to make sure that this was By the way, in Trent, we hate him so much because we loved him so much. That's true. That is true. You don't really ever get hate without being loved, right? Like that, unless you're like a Bruno, a Bernardo Silva, where you're just a dickhead. So it's like that's why people don't like you. Big up AMD says Frimpong, dangerous player, and contrary to belief, a good right back, good right wing back. Just that most of his tackles, etc., take place in the opponent's half due to his pressing. His recovery pace is crazy too. Big up you, man. Big up AMD.
Big up AMD always.
Alex is back again. Says, what's the problem with buying good players for cheap? That's what Cal was just saying. No, we're not even. Do you know what it is about the cheap thing? It isn't that we're thinking there's a problem with being cheap. It's being worried that's the only reason Liverpool are doing it. That, you know what I mean? You know, like when you go into the shop and you go to the sale, when you only buy it because it's on sale, but you wouldn't have bought it before. That's
yeah. Them man there, innit? Them man there. Yeah. Them man there, man.
Memories.
I don't know anyone like that still. I don't know anyone like that.
VEXO, who just become a member. Big up yourself, man. Big up for that. Alex is back again, says Frimpong is the same height as Carvajal. I'm not going to lie. That shows that perception is deceptive because if you ask me when I'm watching the game, I think Frimpong is shorter than Carvalho.
Just the way he's built. Like, for example, Murillo looks really short. Murillo's 6 foot.
Yeah, I was shocked when I found out Murillo was 6 foot.
Murillo looks like he's about 5'8", 5'9".
So that's how tall I would look on the field. But he looks like he'd be shorter than me. That's
Murillo's not 6 foot. You know when the rest of you do the build height thing, but the build weight.
No, bro, apparently he's 6 foot.
So where is he then, man?
That brother about 5'8", bro. That brother about 5'8".
What? So we're saying he's the same height as Frimpong?
You know when they used to say, and The Rock, I weighed in at 275 pounds, the most electrified, bro. It's lies.
Yeah, they used to gaslight us about the Big Show 500 pounds for years.
No, that actually wasn't gaslight.
No, I think no.
Apparently he wasn't 500 pounds.
No, he was 500 pounds.
Rikishi apparently is the only wrestler that ever actually weighed 500 pounds. Apparently,
no. Drift. No. Carl's right. At one point, the Big Show. Oh yeah,
Big Show was 500 pounds at one stage.
Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Yokozuna, 1,000 pounds, bro.
Yoko got up to 600. No,
they used to tell us Yokozuna was 500 pounds, didn't they?
No, they lied. They just played down his weight. Yokozuna was
Yoko got up to about 600.
Yokozuna was mad.
I'm not gonna lie, you gotta rate the mobility at that size, man. That's crazy.
Remember Hulk Hogan body slammed him? Remember, was it WrestleMania? I can't remember what WrestleMania was.
Lex Luger.
No, did Hulkamania do it as well?
I think no, it was Earthquake Hulk Hogan body slam.
Okay.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember Andre the Giant. I thought you body slammed me.
AMD says Cafu was 5'9", Danny Alves is 5'8", Frimpong is 5'8". Drift is dissing the short kings. Non-factive when you are a baller and a soldier.
Facts. Wasn't Lam? Lam was only like 5'6", 5'7", right?
Bro, Lam might be shorter than Frimpong, you know.
Lam, I didn't see Lam get bullied by.
Do you know what though? Lam's an alien.
Prem, though.
Lam would have been fine in the Prem. What are we doing there?
I don't know about back post, Cal. I know he was a world-class player, but back post, his talent can't stop Chris Wood from just holding him down at the back post.
Lam would have been absolutely fine in the Prem. What are we doing there? Like,
Lam cooking.
If Lam was in the Prem, Lam would have probably gone down as the best right back in Prem history. Like, Lam would have found.
Maybe.
Sorry, guys, I do apologize. I heard the kids. 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Like, Lam was special.
Illy says, I reckon Frimpong will be a right winger for rotation. I'm guessing it obviously means with Salah.
I don't like that idea.
Leon says, Drift had to get this off of his chest with the ball thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't care about being bald like that. It really doesn't bother me when you tease me. But what I will say is I do hate the fact that you can just openly tease a bald person and no one gives a shit. Because there are some bald people, which all these trips to Turkey are proving, that do have a lot of self-esteem issues about being bald. So you still have to take it into consideration. But for some reason, nobody gives a damn about bald people.
About beards, but I'm not one of those people.
Theo hit us with a super sticker. Big up for that, Theo. Big up. Just Lab says off topic, but lads, I went Badiani to get a milkshake. I'm not even sure what Badiani is, bro. Does anyone know what Badiani? Cal, have you frozen? Or are you still there? That is actually hilarious. I'm print screening that. That is an hilarious. After I was just talking about the beard, that is a hilarious way to. Oh, let me get rid of it. By the way, I am not doubting Lam. I'm just saying at the back post, would Lam have been out jumped? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, no, that was the maddest freeze ever. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, that freeze was almost poetic. That was actually almost poetic. Right, people think Cal was posing, you know. He froze, guys. He froze. I had to get rid of it. I had to remove it. No, I print screened it, guys. That was, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was ironic. Your pose crashed, yeah, on you doing this.
Oh, perfect. I must sit there like this now.
It was poetic. It was actually poetic.
Screenshot. I do it now.
Cal, I was going to ask, do you know what Badiani is? I've never been there. Do you know what that is?
Do I know what is?
because Just Labs is saying he went to Badiani to get a milkshake. I'm saying I have no idea what Badiani is.
No, I don't drink milkshake though.
Do you know? I was charged £7.50
for a drink. Yo, tight you Just Labs, bro.
I thought it was a milkshake. Nah, they increased.
That baby had to quench my thirst for a week, bro.
£7.50 for a milkshake. Are you dumb? I'm not even gonna. Oh, it's an ice cream shop in Hampstead, guys. Hampstead. No, come on, man. As soon as you said that, everything in Hampstead.
You could have got one of these, bro. A 1 litre bottle of apple juice for £1.75, bro. Got some ice cream from Iceland, and you'd have been up. You'd have been up, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If Badiani is a place in Hampstead, yeah, my boy used to live in Hampstead. Hampstead is a very expensive and actually like pretty town to live in as well. Like it's actually nice. I don't know if you've ever been Hampstead, Cal. Hampstead is actually, I'd live in Hampstead. It's a very nice area. But if there's one thing for sure, two things for certain, anything you buy. I remember there was a really nice family-owned bakery that does like handmade like cakes and stuff. And bro, I bullshit you not. I've looked in the window, everything looked beautiful, so I went in. I swear it was £5 or £6 for a donut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saying that though, Drift.
No, but remember, I know. We've done a lot of crazy shit. I know.
Donut time.
Yeah, donut time is stupidly expensive.
About £4 for a donut, right?
Well, we paid 30 for a half dozen. We paid £30 for a half dozen, innit? So you divide.
No, it weren't 30. It weren't 30. It's 24.
Are you sure? Was it not 30?
Yeah. No, trust me, Drew.
I thought it was 20. I thought it was £29.99, wasn't it?
No, bro. You know I count the pennies, bro. It was 24.
Was it? How much did we pay then?
24 for 6.
Was it £24? All right.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
I thought it was 29 we paid.
No, because there was some sort of deal where it's like, if you buy 12, you get a discount or something. So
I think it was like, it was basically buy 5 and get the 6th one free. That's basically what it was.
That's where it is, yeah. So it might have been £25 then.
Yeah, maybe it was £25. Yeah, I thought it was 30, but yeah, maybe it was 25. Donut time is extremely expensive.
I'd have probably drawn a line at 30. I can't lie.
Bro, the way we was looking at how good though we would have paid 30. We would have paid 30.
Maybe.
We would have. But yeah, no, but remember.
Are you laughing at Sony's comment?
Yeah. Mister, not if you thought it was 29, bro.
I might be cheap, but I don't rip my friends off. What are we doing here? That's crazy.
No, we paid individually, so I definitely know that it wasn't that. Oh man. But yeah, no, remember, this is a family-owned place though, bro. So to charge £5 or £6 for a donut is wild when you don't have that franchise credibility. Remember, you can get away with it in a franchise because everybody knows it and all that, but to charge like £5, £6 for, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, bigger. And I saw quite a few people saying that they don't get the milkshake hype. Before I became lactose intolerant, milkshakes are sensational. I'm not gonna lie. I can't understand anyone who doesn't drink milkshake. Milkshakes are.
I don't like. My missus loves milkshake.
Bro, there's a Ferrero Rocher milkshake that they do at Tinseltown, which is another franchise American burger joint. I don't know. Shout out anyone who's been Tinseltown. There's one in Hampstead, ironically, and there's one in Farringdon. And they do a Ferrero Rocher milkshake. It is the greatest tasting beverage I've ever had in my life.
Yes.
I took my whole family there. Nah, Cal, we were. I remember exactly where we were. We were at Big Easy for my brother's birthday, and I said to the family, "Guys, I know how we round this off. Let's go Tinseltown for a milkshake." Everybody was like, that's a bit over the top, innit? Is that necessary? It's a bit late now. I was like, Mum, believe me, this milkshake is worth the journey. All right, son, let's go. I took them Tinseltown, bruv. Everybody sat down and everybody, as soon as they tried that milkshake, bro, everyone was like, thank you, son. Thank you, bro. Thank you for bringing me here. If anyone's had it, sensational. So yeah, I don't understand anyone who doesn't like milkshakes, but each to their own. I don't understand people who don't like hot drinks either, but we move.
Raw. Man just held the gun and said, "Bap, bap."
Big up Theo. I'm not sure if you wanted to say something. If you did, just put it in the chat as a non-super chat as well. Big up. And big up Elvis. The only option that matters on Trent is, the only opinion that matters on Trent is the people involved with LFC. Don't remember Rio mouthing about United fans showing up to Rooney's house in 2010.
Good point.
And
good point.
Big up brother Sharif. He says, "Welcome, Cal. Drift, run it." And without any explanation whatsoever, apologies, Cal.
Raw.
Yo. It's the curse of Cal, boxers on, juice in hand. Every time he talks, a ball and lands in A&E fan. Kop-Ish settings, but this one's cursed still. R.I.P. to transfer dream. Man like Callum with a godly trim. Hairline sharp, but the beard still slim. Every time he streams at the break of dawn, player gets dashed, dreams get torn. Mention Dembele, man pulled a hammy. All he did was say the name, man, that's uncanny. Craver to the Reds, now that dream got spun. Half hour later, PSG said done. Uber renewal, same old twist. Video drops, man, signs, you get the gist. FSG for life, Kai still curved. 2 vid and the deal got swerved. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games. Every time you talk, a baller drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop. Just sip your juice, relax in peace. Leave transfers to Matt and Drifty, please. We trying to build, not bury hope. But you speak and it's back to the rope. Cherky gone, just a whisper and twist. Next day he's on crutches, can't resist. Cinnabon shut down off one little trip. Now the whole high street's feeling a hit. Boxers on with a Diddy stream. Apple juice king, that's his dream. Kids on chores, Robbie with a mop. Stevie doing dishes, non-stop bop. Madness brews when he opens his lips. Said Ronaldinho ain't elite, that's a miss. Said Trent to mid, what a tactical shout. Now he's off to Madrid, Cruz phased out. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games. Every time you talk, a baller drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop. Just sip your juice, relax in peace. Leave transfers to Matt and Drifty, please. We try to build, not bury hope. But you speak and it's back to the road. This ain't slander, this is love in disguise. This is elite, bro. No lies. So from now on, let the silence reign. Or we'll lose more stars to the Callum chain.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bruv. Big up Fam Zone. I can't believe it, bruv. So I wish I could shout more, but the kids are sleeping. My daughter's waking up. Oh my days. Bro, do you know what I took from that video? It was the bit where the kids were doing the dishes. Are the people saying run it back? Are they saying run it back? No way.
No,
bro.
There are some sick bastards in this community.
Bro,
I didn't even catch the end of it. Let me see the end of it. This is dark.
You know, we can't see the end without seeing the whole thing.
Hand on heart. Hand on heart. I was not involved. Bob, I didn't know. Do you know what Drew said to me?
I wasn't involved.
Drew said I got a surprise for the show. This is what...
Where's the video? Where's the video?
They're saying run it back. Like a wheel, you know, wheel it.
Shall I wheel it? Am I wheeling it? Am I pulling it up? Yeah.
You might have to wheel it still, because can't. Yeah, wheel it one more time. Wheel it.
Here we go.
Let's go. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Run it.
It's the curse of Cal, boxers on, juice in hand. Every time he talks, a ball and lands in A&E fan. Kop-Ish settings, but this one's cursed still. R.I.P. to transfer dream. Man like Colin with a godly trim, hairline sharp but the beard still slim. Every time he streams at the break of dawn, player gets dashed, dreams get torn. Mention Dembele, man pulled a hammy, all he did was say the name, man, that's uncanny. Craver to the Reds, now that dream got spun. Half hour later PSG said done. Uber renewal, same old twist. Video drops, man, signs you get the gist. FSG for life, Kai still curved. 2 vid and the deal got swerved. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games. Every time you talk, a baller drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop. Just sip your juice, relax in peace. Leave transfers to Matt and Drifty, please. We trying to build, not
that's not even me. That don't look like me.
And it's back to the root. Cherky gone, just a whisper and twist. Next day he's on crutches, can't resist. Cinnabon shut down off one little trip. Now the whole high street's feeling a hit. Boxers on with a Diddy stream. Apple juice king, that's his dream. Kids on chores, Robbie with a mop. Stevie doing dishes, non-stop bop. Madness brews when he opens his lips. Said Ronaldinho ain't elite, that's a miss. Said Trent to mid, what a tactical shout. Now he's off to Madrid. Cruz phased out. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games. Every time you talk, a baller drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop. Just sip your juice, relax in peace. Leave transfers to Matt and Drifty, please. We try to build, not bury hope. But you speak and it's back to the rope. This ain't slander, this is love in disguise. But Callum's words move fate, no lies. So from now on, let the silence reign. Or we'll lose more stars to the Callum chain.
It's the bit at the end where it says we still love you.
The reef.
That's we still love you.
That's love, yeah.
That is. I'm not gonna lie. And you know what Drift said to me as well? Is you're gonna try and get Wiley to do the bass mix. It's crazy. Big up Will if you're watching. Big up Wiley, the father.
Two. That's not even a week apart from Sam's one in this one.
I know, bro.
Nah, this is dark, man.
Listen, man, that Kopish, you know how it is in Kopish, man.
The kids doing the chores one that hit me like a rib punch. That's harsh. I've never made Alonso mop, you know. It's my daughter. She's one. And Robbie and Stevie.
No, that was Robbie that was mopping.
Robbie was mopping. Stevie was in the dishes.
That was mopping. And Stevie was doing the dishes.
Yeah, those two things might be.
I'm not gonna lie. I might have to hit a Wiley still for the.
I'm not gonna lie.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. We can't take credit from other people. Sharif.
Sharif already told it. He said it to the world, bro. He said this was
Sharif take full credit for that one. Sharif take big up Sharif. Sharif has actually helped us out a lot behind the scenes as well. So he's a brother.
Nah, this is too much jokes. I can't even lie. No, we need the bass remix though. Where's Wiley?
Cinnabon getting shut down is my fault now as well.
Yeah. That's the bit that caught me out. I was like, "Raw, man's blaming Cal for why Cinnabon."
And the Diddy robe. The flipping Diddy robe.
Drift, do me a favor, get the tune, yeah. Send it to me. I'm gonna send it to Wiley. I'm not even joking.
This is dark.
Oh my days.
No. You see, I'm gonna be real. You see, if one of my transfers comes through now, I'm never gonna let it go.
Who's the player you arguably want the most?
I'm not gonna say it, man. I can't say it now.
All right, so I'm trying to think of. All right, where in the squad is your first choice for recruitment? Is it striker?
There's a player in each position that I'd really like.
To be fair, you've already said Liam Delap, and he's been heavily linked with Man United and Chelsea. I will say that though. You do realize that they're
Matt, you're missing the point. Cal, don't say no names.
No, but he's already said it. He's already said it though. This is already.
You guys know the two strikers I want. You know which two strikers they are.
Yeah.
The number 10. I think you all know the number 10 I want.
I don't even know if the Cal curse is real, but I'm glad we want different players.
100%. I'm not gonna lie, because if you even mention a winger from Real Madrid who plays on the right, don't even say his name. Don't say his name. I beg you. I know it's not a real. I don't believe in curses, but like you said in it, we have to take caution. You know. We have to proceed with caution. All right, let's try and move on to the last.
Somehow we got to get back on track. I don't know how, but
right, guys, let's get back in the car. We got to try and get back in the car. All right, so
Tell me
last.
Bloody hell. Let me just bleed out in the whip.
All right,
take me to the hospital, bro.
Don't say these names. It's even catchy as well. That's what kills it as well.
I said, bro, it's annoying because the song's actually good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. This is why you have to be careful with Drift, because Drift could have something ready even for me as well. Pause. He could have a
brother, I'm not gonna lie. If I was one of those real petty ninjas, do you remember one time when you got me bad? Maybe about a year ago.
Oh, the Andrew Tate one.
Remember, you got me bad about a year ago.
What would it? What the Tate thing?
Remember, you got me
You're in the
bad.
south from the step, bro. Do you only remember?
Don't remind it, because you know what Drift's like.
I've had something in the chamber for about 6 months that could eat you alive, but I'm not that type of guy.
If you do that, but you know I'm petty as well, though. You know what? It
would be petty. A lot of time has passed.
Come on, come on,
But just remember, even though that gun is in the suitcase locked under the bed, I can get it.
Oh, so can I. Whenever you're ready, I'm just saying we could go off for double.
But anyway,
but now people listen. This is why I love this stream, man. Trust me, man. Listen, people smash. Listen, there's over 1,300 of you in here. People, nothing but respect. Could you please smash the like button? We would really appreciate that. As you know, we're trying to get.
You don't get this entertainment anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying, man. And we're trying to get to 40k by the end of the year. I think one 36k.
AJ knows, man. Had me belly dancing on Monday night.
Abuse. Tomato, innit?
Crazy.
But
crazy. Man said, forget Tate. Drift is DJ drama. Now I'm getting it for some reason. What's going on?
Boo, boo, Jason the Super. Boo, bro. I'm Drake, bro. Kendrick sent for me twice in less than a week, bro, and I have no response.
No, but you can respond now.
What am I gonna say, bro? What, I'm gonna war a whole chat, bro?
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
Head. You know what's playing over my head right now? This is a long life battle with yourself. Remember when Kendrick dropped that bar? It's a long life battle with yourself. It's like I need
this track just shut down his Wi-Fi. That's what was funny, Cal, was that your Wi-Fi was
actually cut out.
My laptop overheated, bro. My laptop even was like,
mine said the laptop was getting fried as well.
My laptop was going reel it.
Yeah, it's mad. Listen, people, big up each and every one of you. Like I said, smash that button if you haven't already. You've seen Kopish Monday night show. You nothing but vibes.
No,
we had a chance.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Last week's one was Family Matters. Today's one was Not Like Us. like,
don't give me drifty ideas, because don't.
Matt got into his savage bag now. Look,
no, bro. Listen. I've got to be on defense mode. I don't know who's going to try to send it down for me. Listen, I have to be wary. But listen, people, right? Let's try to get back into the car if we can. Listen, it's not going to be a long topic, but today, another defender was mentioned for Liverpool. This time it was Hato. I believe it was Fabrizio has said, I think over the last couple of days, that Hato is on Liverpool's list alongside Chelsea. Surprise, surprise. They don't go for their own targets, right? The reason Liverpool, I believe, have Gerard Hato on the list is in case they don't get Hoysam or Kirkers. I can't remember which one it was. But Cal, I know you're a big fan of Hato, so I'll start with you first, bro. Is Hato your first choice? And if so, do you see Hato more as a left back?
They're gonna ask me this now after the diss track just dropped.
Well, we gotta try and get back in the car, guys. We gotta try and get back in the car, you know.
Man basically said, you just got fried, yeah. But how you feeling about it, bro? How you feeling about just getting fried?
Big man.
How you feeling it?
You know what, man? Every time you say get back in the car, I keep thinking of the episode of Wife and Kids when Michael Carl's is vexed, man, because nobody would get ready. Do you remember that episode? Where all he wants to do is just get in the car and go, and nobody would get in the car, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to get us back on track. I'm trying my best, chat. You know, them ones there, but it's vibes, isn't it? It's Team Kopish. You know what time it is?
It's Monday, man. This is what we do on Monday.
Monday, so always a party on a Monday. But no, all just like Cal, I'll ask you. Joel Hato has been linked again with Liverpool. This time by Fabrizio, and he's on a list of targets alongside, I believe he said Kirkes and Hoyson. Now, Cal, if we were to get Hato, do you see him more as a left back option or a centre back option, or even both?
I think he'll do both, but I think he'll predominantly play left back. And if we were to sign him and Frimpong, that to me would make sense. Even though I don't agree with the Frimpong one, it would make sense.
This is exact. All right, so this goes to my next point, Drift. If we sign Joel Hato, who's more of a centre back playing left back instead of Kirkes, are you more understanding the Frimpong signing if we do sign Frimpong? That's if we get Joel Hato, though. I know you're a fan of Hato. First of all, sorry, that was bad question for me. Are you a fan of Joel Hato, first of all?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see him as a good left back for Liverpool?
I like the option of buying him because he can play centre back as well.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I like. That's why I would, for example, be up for the Gertrude more than Frimpong option at right back, because Gertrude can also play centre back. So let's say, for example, I know this is trying to do the whole multitasking thing, but let's say our whole summer consisted of all the players we want in midfield and attack, and then the two defenders we bought were Gertrude and Hato. The reason I would like that is because then we've covered centre back and left back and right back all within two players. Now I know that's spreading the squad thin, but you know that's what we do, right? Especially at Liverpool, we like to have players who are multifaceted. So I would like the idea of a right back who can play centre back and a left back who can play centre back. So depending on where you need the players, you play them. Ideally, you get Hato and Kirkes. That's what you would do ideally.
He says, who does with Arsenal? But this is where I was going to go with it, because you got you in Timber, who is a right back, but in an emergency can play centre back. But they try not to use him there.
All of their players are like that, really.
You've got Calafiori, he's a centre back, but plays left back.
Timber used as a centre back at Arsenal, though.
No,
he was used as a centre back about a month ago, Cal. I remember when Gabriel first got injured. Ben White was still injured when Gabriel first got injured, if I'm not mistaken.
Ben White's another
one of the best right backs in the league this season.
If we're being honest, Timber probably
all of them though, right?
But if we're being honest, Timber
what's
the
the Japanese guy's name again?
Tomiyasu, one of the best left backs.
Tomiyasu,
one of the
best
fullback
and a centre back. Calafiori's a fullback and a centre back. Ben White's a fullback and a centre back. Timber's a fullback and a centre back. Like, I'm sure I'm missing someone.
I don't think Hato would play centre back for Liverpool.
Tomiyasu can do left back, right back.
I said Tommy. Yeah, but that's still four of their players that play fullback and centre back. You know?
I only think Hato will play in an emergency at centre back. I don't think Edwards seems to like centre backs who are 6'3" and above.
Hato like but he likes commanding centre back.
Yeah, QBO's playing left back and centre back. That is true as well. Yeah, they like pretty much. I think Gabriel and Saliba are the only two players at the club who don't play wide for Arsenal.
If it was not Hato, Lekeba would be excellent as well. But I don't see us spending that sort of money in Lekeba.
They can't get. Someone said in a big up person who said it to me on Big Up. I don't think they can get Champions League.
I said it. They
can't get. Oh, was it you? They can't get Europe. Is it anymore?
Yeah, they can't qualify for Champions League. So some of their players might be available cheaper than.
And this is what I'm saying. Do you think
who are we talking about? Sorry,
RB Leipzig.
Leipzig. Yeah. We're at 8th, innit? Or 9th.
That means Sesko might be signing still.
No, see, here's what I'm going to say. So we've been linked with Frimpong very heavily. We've been linked with Hoyson, Kirkes, Hato. Is there a world where these are the smoke screens, or do you guys genuinely believe like these are just the players? And now it's very hard to do smoke screens now, because the way how the game is now, I think the way how the agents are, it's more about whether the agents want to speak to the public or give anything away to the public. Like, do you think it's just a case of now everyone kind of knows who we're after, that you can't do smoke screens anymore?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any club who can, it's us, right? We're experts at it. But I do think you're right. It's very difficult to hide things now. Very difficult.
Yeah, because again, so Jiv, who would be your first choice though? Let's say Hato is going to be a left back and not a centre back. Would you prefer Hato or would you prefer Kirkes?
I prefer Hato personally.
Okay.
I just have no issue with Kirkes. Kirkes is a good player. I've got no.
Can I ask you why you prefer Hato?
Because I think Hato would just be a little more defensively solid, And I am going on a premise he can cover centre back as well. Regardless, maybe Slot wouldn't play him there, like Cal said, because he's not tall enough. But I like the fact that he'd be like Joey. Because I think we might lose Joey as well. So I think it was good having a player who was so multifaceted in the squad, the way Joey is. And then Joey could cover the entire defence. He could play left or right side of centre back, and he could play left back and right back. He was like the perfect squad player. So if we lose him, you want to try and get someone like Gertrude or Hato, who's of a similar mould, innit? Who can play a multitude of positions across the defence. So I'm thinking about it from that point of view as well. I think Kirkes might give you more than Hato going forward. I know.
I think so.
The thing is, Kirkes, I'm not going to lie. You've been talking about Kirkes for a long time, so I've obviously been paying attention. Kirkes really does feel like a Robbo regen to me, which is why I got no issue with us signing him. He's got such Robbo vibes. It's crazy. Like, he really reminds me of Robbo.
Very marauding.
I think he's further along in his development than Robbo was at the time we signed Robbo. So I see him going on to be a Liverpool legend. If we sign Kirkes, we could be signing a Liverpool legend. 5, 6, 7 years down the line, we might be talking about Kirkes the way we talk about Robbo. He's a talent. I've got no issue with us buying Kirkes. I think I just prefer Hato for obviously the reasons why I said.
That's fair.
I think Hato's more switched on defensively than Kirkes.
That's fair. And what about you, Cal? What's your reasons for preferring Hato over Kirkes?
Only because I want to have a defensive-minded right back, a defensive-minded left back, and I think we've got 2 attack-minded fullbacks already. So rather than replicating what we've got, and then in an ideal world, Robbo moves on in the next summer, and then we get an attack-minded fullback. I think attack-minded fullbacks are easier to buy than good defensive-minded fullbacks.
Fair play. If I had to put you guys,
go on. I'm going to get stick for it. I think Owen Beck could come back and be a new player for Liverpool.
Oh my God! Just play the video again, bro.
No.
Run it back, bro.
I think people sleep on what we've got sometimes in the squad already.
You know, like, you was right with Conor Bradley. This is why I'm going to give you a credit here. You was right. Me and Drift, we have all the hands up. Yeah, we said,
oh, there he goes. Run the rhythm.
We said, I remember me and Drift was like, Calvin, what the brother's name again? Is it Calvin Ramsey? I can't remember the brother's name, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but again, he was injuries finished him. I understand it. But
you laughing at Troy? Cal, Slot don't even know Owen Beck.
But do you? Yes, where is Owen Beck right now? Is he?
Blackburn.
He's at Blackburn. Do you honestly see like something in him, like similar to Conor Bradley, in your opinion?
He's had a fantastic season at Blackburn.
Swear down.
Yes,
I've been paying attention. That's why I'm asking you, bro. I haven't paid attention.
Had a fantastic season at Blackburn.
Cal, since we're on the subject, where do you sit with all the academy players? Because I know you got more than just Owen Beck. Who you rate.
Pause, firstly.
I kind of want to get rid of the pause culture now, you know, guys.
It's too late now, bro. It's too late.
I know. It's been getting on my nerves for time.
Because you might know I'm the first to police it, but even I'm just like every second over. It's just. But let me rephrase it.
So we've got Bashir coming back. We've got Tyler. We've got Owen Beck. I mean, I know you don't really rate McConnell the way I do, but we still got McConnell. Like, where how do any of them get in the squad? Saying Matt to go on a tangent, but while it was
no, it's cool.
Because especially Bashir and Morton, who at this point should be either sold or played, right? They're too old now to be like, what are we doing with them? Like, they're not even kids anymore. If I'm not mistaken, Morton's 23 now.
There's an old saying, sometimes if you love it, you gotta let it go away. That's what we gotta do with Morton. We gotta let him
oh right, we gotta let him go.
Will he get rid of Tyler?
I don't want to, but the writing's on the wall. Slot don't rate him, so we'll have to let him go, man.
Okay.
It's a shame losing the talent, but yeah, he'll go. I do think Bashir will come back and get some time.
Yeah, he's the one I think in the summer.
You know what's crazy? I actually spoke to a Las Palmas fan today.
And that's some irony for you, blood.
Crazy. And she was like, the Las Palmas fans love him.
Has he been playing CDM or has he been playing CDM?
He's been playing both. He's played both because he covered emergency centre back. No, he's covered centre back, but he's played CDM there, bro. The Las Palmas fans love him. The Blackburn fans love Owen Beck, and I don't think it's a coincidence. You look at Elliott, for example, when he was at Blackburn, did really well and came back.
Hmm.
Bradley went to Bolton, did really well, came back. I genuinely believe there's a spot. I'm not saying Owen Beck comes in this season, but you see if Robbo's going to go next summer, there's an argument to say you keep Beck around for this season or even up until January just to keep him there so he can maybe play a League Cup game here or there. And then next season, if Robbo goes, then Beck could effectively be your backup, or if he's good enough, be a starter. I do think Beck has the potential to be very, very good for us. He's a very.
I'm not against it. Look what Bradley's done. I ain't.
Yes, I'm saying. Listen, if Owen Beck is
supposed to be this says a lot. This says a lot. Robert Bell rarely agrees with anything I say. Rarely agrees with anything I say. Beck,
are we missing the elephant in the room then? That we won't buy in midfield, not because we're being cheap, because Besetic actually is seen as the one.
All right, wait.
I think Endo goes.
No, careful. You stop. All right, so what I was gonna say is
he's getting you back, bro.
He's getting back. All right. Let's say Besetic has a very good preseason. Does that spell the end of Endo's reign at Liverpool? That's what I was going to ask you guys.
But it doesn't need to.
I think slot the end of Endo's reign.
It doesn't need to.
No, Drift, you're saying that because you're a fan of Endo and rightly so. But what I'm saying is, if Endo sees another CDM comes into the squad and it's Besetic, young player, he's going to need minutes as well. I genuinely believe he's not gonna keep the both of them around. I think he's gonna have to make a decision because it's even unfair to Endo. Endo's only really getting garbage time minutes already. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is a garbage time.
Yeah, that's what I said. NBA in it, garbage time minutes. Isn't it? You know, when they bring on the subs,
yeah.
I'm
gonna just be real with it. Go and get me Camavinga and sell Endo. With all the blessing in the world, he's been a fantastic servant.
Where are we getting Camavinga though, bro? Where's this? Belief.
They got to sell someone, bro.
I don't know what. Listen, broski.
Liverpool hilarious. Look, I was just gonna go and check how many minutes Endo played. Yeah, so when I put him in Google to go transfer market, look what came up. Look at the look on his face.
He's fed up.
Look at the look on his face.
He's fed up with the crap, innit? He's fed up.
I'm not even gonna lie. That is a man who is so professional because he looks fed up. Like
bruv,
what am I doing?
Endo has proved me wrong. He deserves minutes, bro. The problem is the manager does it like 10 million euros, bro. How old is Endo now? Is he 30 now?
He's also easily up
31. How old is Endo, by the way, Drift?
He only played 226 minutes in the
That is insane. No, but Drift, look at the he's only played a total of what?
831 minutes in every competition.
Oh my gosh.
Because if they're going to play a 3-4-3 next season, they've got Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Bellingham. Who else they got in the? And I think they'll sign a midfielder at Real Madrid.
They got Did you say Valverde?
Someone's gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Someone's got to go. I think they'll sign a Zubimendi type player. Or, I hate to say it, maybe even Stiller. Someone's going. And we should be there to capitalize on it.
Oh no, Scraps is saying check Elliott's stats. Yeah, for real. Let me see what Elliott's saying.
It's a mess, bro. I did a members video on it, Drift. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
So Harvey got what? Harvey got less minutes than Endo. What?
I told you, it's a mess,
bro.
How the fuck did Harvey play less minutes?
Remember,
than
Harvey
Endo?
did get injured for about 3.5 months.
Oh, Harvey broke his foot in it. He broke his hip.
That's true. Yeah.
What's this? Here we go. What is something been?
I'm not even gonna lie. You know what? The fact that Elliott has got 6 GA with only 700 minutes is quite impressive, to be honest with you.
Let me see. There's some Frimpong news, but I don't know if the person's creditable though. There's an agreement in principle, but it's not really. Oh my gosh! You want to know what though? Here's some other news. Again, I think it's from a Spanish paper. Real Madrid are now confident they're signing Dean Huijsen. Bruv.
He was always picking Real Madrid if Real Madrid legit won him.
No, if Real Madrid got involved, he's always going to pick them 100%.
Spanish international. Here's the question. If we don't get Huijsen, who do you guys want? Because the rumours are that Alonso might want Jonathan Tah at Real Madrid as well, isn't it?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Which would make perfect sense because Real Madrid's a bigger move than Bayern Munich. So
and he knows the system.
This is why we have to.
Do you know what? There's rumors that Alonso's being told he can't play free at the back.
Oh, yesterday they reported that he's gonna be playing that.
Yesterday in Madrid,
then we're getting a lot of mixed messages. Then
Madrid is saying it's been agreed that he's played in the 3-4-3. That's coming from Marca. You know what I mean? It's coming from Marca, bro.
It's not Heisen. Who we signing, boys?
This is where it gets techie, bro. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know.
If Real Madrid want to play free at the back, you know they need to buy 10 defenders. You do. Do you know Rudiger's the only bloody defender they have?
Well, if they get Heisen and Tar, then you'd have Tar, Heisen, Rudiger, and then who's?
I know they've got that young buck Asensio.
Fran Asensio. Matt is
I mean, he's
like, he's decent. He's decent for how young he is. Like in terms of like.
And if you play free at the back, you actually need. If you play free at the back, you need 6 centre backs.
And Militao's there, so they've got 5.
Militao's done. He just done his 3rd ACL. Militao's done, man. Like, unfortunately,
Rudiger done his ACL. Militao's coming back from another.
Oh, Rudiger did ACL.
No, Rudiger done MCL.
Oh wow,
he's out for 2 to 3 months. Rudiger.
Let me ask you guys a question.
They're gonna need to buy 4 centre backs this summer if they're playing free at the back.
Remember, they'll use Tchouaméni as an auxiliary centre back as well at times as well.
Mm.
Do you think
Alava's done?
Schlotterbeck and see how he comes back from his injury?
Oh yeah. You'd have to.
I think it's a risk to buy a player who's just coming back off a serious injury.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do we wait? So, say for example, he comes back and then maybe similar to what we did with Virgil.
But we can't wait. This is our problem because if we wait in the market, other centre backs that maybe are not like coming into our minds right now, who we can get, they'd be already gone.
Rest. D&J, give it a rest.
Give it a rest, Cal. We're in a bit of problem still. If Heisen was our top target, I don't know where Liverpool pivot to who the next player is. I'm being genuine. I don't know who he is. All right. All right. Fine. A lot of people really like this player I'm about to mention, but he plays literally for the rival, and that's Braithwaite. We've been linked to Braithwaite quite a bit. Are you guys fans of Braithwaite at all?
Yeah, 100%. But Everton ain't selling to
I'm not sure about Braithwaite. He's good.
Yard just reminded us it's Gahey, innit? That's who we're gonna go for. Oh my
god. Opportunistic, innit? Last year contract, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I still think Gahey ends up at Newcastle.
But if we get,
I actually think Gahey's good, but like, if we're talking about to replace Ibu,
to replace. I'm not talking about to replace Ibu, by the way, Drew. That wasn't my. No. I'm saying who we.
I'm not saying you said that, but that's effectively what whoever we buy.
Drift's kind of got a point. What you're basically saying is, let's say we was to get Heisen, we still don't know what's going to be Ibu. So Heisen might actually have been the Kanate replacement. This is why it's imperative, Cal. We have to get a centre back this summer. We can't wait till next summer because we don't know whether Ibu's going to stay or not. We can't wait until Ibu, if he decides. Let's say Ibu decides to leave. And you wait a summer because Heisen's off the table. We're cooked.
It's got to be Murillo. Big shout out, Connor. It's got to be Murillo. It has to be.
Do you know how much
got to go and get Murillo, man?
Do you know how much they're going to ask for Murillo?
I don't know anymore. Did you see the Forest owner cuss out Nuno on the pitch?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you know what? Do you know it's a bit of a misconception?
Like
you know he didn't actually cuss out Nuno.
No, he's cussing out the medical staff, apparently.
Yeah, he came on the pitch to cuss out the medical staff. And Nuno just got a bit of his anger because he's the one who stopped him from doing it. People have ran a bit too much with he came on the pitch to shout at Nuno. He didn't come on the pitch.
If that's the case, then fair play. Yeah, fair play.
If you watch it back again as well, guys, he actually walks past Nuno and Nuno's the one who stops him. He was going to shout at the medical staff because if anyone don't know the story, he's blaming the medical staff because when they went, he's all right. And then like 30 seconds later, it was like, oh no, he's blaming the medical staff. When really it was actually the player. What's his name? Thought he could continue, but then realized he couldn't. But the medical staff are taking the brunt of the abuse for it. So yeah.
Lekeba could be the one.
Oh no, this is quite ironic after you remember that whole scenario. We got Bruno.
This is what book?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Shout out Bruno's parents as well. If they named the twins Bruno and Nuno, that's hilarious.
Bruno Nuno, you know. Big up
I
Bruno
can't
and the
lie,
family.
that
Trust
is
me.
one of the all-time funniest calling shows.
Yeah, it was bruv. Comedy, bruv.
That was
Big
so
up Bruno, man. Trust me. Bruno Banton, you know. Big up. Big up Bruno Banton, you know. Trust me. All right, guys. Let's read out the supers and then we'll head out. Big up Egyptian King just become a member as well. Big up yourself, Egyptian King 11. Appreciate it, my broski. Big up Sharif. He says, I just want to say sorry to Cal in advance.
No, Sharif, bro. How can you beat me up and then say, "Oh, it's all right, big man, you'll be all right."
Big
I
up
mean, to be fair, Cal, you've made a living of thumping people up.
No,
and
I
carrying
haven't, bro.
them to their car.
Made a living is crazy, bro. You're actually like some Kimbo Slice regen, bro.
That's a Kimbo
Just thumping man up and then carrying them to their car.
Never done
that. Is crazy. Big up Alex. Banger for F-Sake. Cal, you had it coming, bro. Big up
No, I didn't.
Right. As a Man United fan, would you guys sack Amorim?
No.
If I was a Man United fan, yes.
I would.
I'll be real.
Fan,
he hasn't.
no.
I think he. If I'm being realistic, he probably needs a transfer window where he can get some players.
No,
in,
he
surely,
doesn't.
though.
He doesn't.
You don't think
he
so?
Doesn't, guys. He doesn't. He's a whack manager, and we just got it wrong. Sometimes it is what it is.
I understand what you're saying.
Let me give you some context between it, not to go on a tangent. How can Amorim's excuse constantly be? Yeah, and I actually got this from Paul Scholes. Yeah, so shout out Paul Scholes for this because I agreed as soon as he said it. Enemy, but I'm still gonna give him credit for what he said. Every manager wants their own players. Every manager needs their own players. But what makes you a good coach is what you do with what you have. And his excuse cannot be continually, because let's say they do make 4 or 5 signings and those signings get injured. Then he's back to dealing with the players who he has. And look at David Moyes as an example. David Moyes went to Everton, and David Moyes has absolutely revolutionized what looked like a relegation season. And now their man are cooking, getting great results, and look like they're bouncing into their new stadium. How can Amorim's excuse continually be who he has at his disposal? No, you're being a good coach ain't about just always entering the market all the time and buying players. How about you deal with players you have, improve players you have, and identify? Also, if you're going to keep talking about the system, change the system, big man. And if you're so stubborn, you've got to stick with that. That also makes you a shit manager, because you cannot be a one-system manager to the point where you are in 17th place and you've lost 16 games.
That's crazy.
But no, you're right.
He's shit manager, guys.
Hear me out.
I'm so glad Liverpool.
Hear me out. Do you think
he's really if you're doing too much, bro? You do realize we have a platform.
Nah, how he's shit, bro.
Brother, you're gonna have to stop.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right.
You gotta read the room, bro. You gotta read the room.
I'm not being funny. You've done this.
You make a good point.
On a real, you've done this recently. Matt's done this recently. Jamie's done it recently. So has Sam. We all work together. Don't let me start cutting you lot off the screen. I'll do it because I don't want to see Arteta and Amorim and these lot get sold and sacked. Like,
no, Cal, you're right. I apologize.
I hear it. You want to stay forever.
I apologize. You're right. You're right.
Cool.
You're right.
Big up Alex. Send this to Monson and Sam ASAP. Rod.
Wow.
Damn. Big up
Sadiq.
Carl's just been overnight seasoned and cooked.
Raw.
Big up promo. Carl knows how Mariah felt after having empty.
That's class. I can't lie. That was class.
Big up promo.
You know what's funny? When Sadiq said overnight season to cook, for some reason, the first thing that come into my mind was just any West Indian kid knows this. When you walk in the kitchen on Saturday evening and the peas are in the water already soaking. Everyone knows. With just sitting there in the pot, just soaking overnight. It's hilarious.
The water's maroon the next day.
Big up, What bet when you all 3 are off to sleep? Would you like to listen to it before bed, or will it be sick? What? You talk about the tune, I'm guessing?
All 3 are off to sleep. Would
you talk about the tune?
Before bed, or will you be singing it while brushing your teeth? LMPO.
Laugh my
laugh my pants off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't listen to any music before I go to bed.
I'm guessing he's talking about the tune.
Maybe he's talking about the diss track we just.
Yeah, it must be the diss track. That's the thing I think. It must be talking about the diss track.
Oh, okay.
Big up Indian. I think
I listen to music before I go to bed though. Sometimes I do put my headphones on and listen to music before I go to bed.
You man been on Holy Smokes, if not Matt. What?
No, you man been Holy Smokes. It must be another restaurant. If not Matt, you're gonna love it.
I've never.
I don't know about this Holy Smokes.
I mean, it's feeding into the narrative that Matt is the food lover, obviously.
Yeah,
so he's
that's the narrative.
Remember, Just Labs.
I do love food. But...
It was Just Labs who was talking about the milkshake. Remember?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. Big up Just Labs. All right, Holy Smokes. All right, check it out. Holy Smokes. Big up yourself, Just Labs. Big up Jay. He says Musiala is injured, isn't he? Is he actually injured, Musiala? Bro, I don't even know. Big up Jay again. He says, "Say, Carl, I hear you. I hear you." Like, bro, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Say, Cal.
Let me proofread this one from H. Yeah, that's all right. That's calm. That's calm. Bigger H, mental, big tune as well. Week from hell, Cal. Highly buried movie, mad on the timeline as well. Mom soon as Cal jumped on the Cinnabon hype, they locked it off ends. It's crazy. Bigger AJ as ball. You lied about Shumeni. You lied about Crabber. Bigger AJ. Oh, you lied about Caicedo. You lied about the owners. Bro.
No, these super chats are actually elite still.
Bigger Jay, when Carl speaks. They don't want us. They don't want us.
No, this is actually brilliant. I can't.
Big up Jay, the activist again. Is Hato 6 foot like Marquinhos, PSG model? Yeah, I think Hato's only about 6 foot. You're right, Jay. You're right, I believe.
Oh man.
Big up Jay again. He says, Carl, stop with the academy hype, shake my head.
Bro, the academy's good. No.
Is this true?
No, he hasn't. No, I'm gonna.
We're gonna check that straight.
Someone check that while we're at the super chat. Someone check that, please. Camavinga just got injured. No way, that can't be. Big up Jay, big up Yuri. Just watch this series of you guys play Football Manager 22 World Cup. Do you guys ever plan on doing something like that again? Absolutely love it. Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? We'll probably do something for the next World Cup. Obviously, World Cup next year. So we'll sort something out. 100%.
Did someone just mention Football Manager World Cup?
Here we go.
No, I did not get enough flowers on this channel for winning the World Cup. I'm sorry.
Drift. We wheeled up about 6 weeks. Bro, you had
different stop going on about it, bro.
As your flipping name.
And you know what made it so shameless? Because it was a smash and grab, bro. That's what made it so shameless.
No,
but I respect
it.
In what match was the smash and grab?
When you played me, remember?
Yeah, when you played Matt as a smash and grab.
That was just perfect counter-attacking football.
Drift, come on, even Carl saw it, bro.
No, that was a smash and grab, but the rest of the game,
that was a smash and grab.
Brilliant.
But you won the rest, 100%. I'm talking about my.
You lot all laughed at me for picking Rashford on the wing, and then he went on to be top goal scorer in the tournament.
No,
bro,
right.
Listen. All right, we'll leave it there.
No flowers.
Uncle Albert Dyke calling goated.
Aye, for real.
Big up Uncle Albert, man. Trust me,
Albert,
legend. Big up T1. What's the realistic summer expectation?
He is injured, you know.
What, Camavinga?
Yeah, he's sustained a slight strain to his internal lateral knee ligament.
Oh my, what? That sounds mad. Big up T1. What's the realistic summer expectation and next season for my Chelsea if we miss out on UEFA Champions League? Matt, Lakers in 5. Right, leave Lakers out of this.
Oh shit! It was also true. Camavinga has reached an extension and will now be at Real Madrid until June 2029.
When was this announced? Don't say last couple of days.
It's AI in it, so it's not telling me.
Can't be.
Hold on. Let me make sure that this is new news. Hold on.
But yeah, because it might.
Because it's AI. Because it's AI. I don't actually think this is up to date. Actually, hold on one sec. No, this is old news. It's old news.
Okay.
Yeah, it's old news.
But the injury is not older.
Okay, so Cal, Cal didn't curse the contract. Yeah, he didn't curse the contract.
I'm getting injured. We hear it. Big up Troy. Frimpong's agent on Insta. We working him. Yes, I did see that. I did see his Instagram. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I believe that move looks like it could be going through very soon, or at least yes, in the works.
And Manchester, though, he said in Manchester.
No, but like, I think they were. It was a car. Maybe they're driving from Manchester to Liverpool. I don't know, innit? But Frimpong's not going Man United, bro. We know this. There's not even been one link.
City.
So, City don't want him.
Man U would be the team to worry about more based on what we're just talking about of Amarin way.
You could be right there. Maybe it's Manchester. I don't know. Maybe it's Manchester.
Frimpong at right wing back would obviously be a perfect option for them, right?
It'd be excellent for them. But also,
it's his system.
Pep system potentially. Remember, he came through their academy as well.
Yeah, no, agreed. Apparently, they want Man City want Reinders, you know.
Don't piss me off. Reinders is such a baller, man.
Reinders, I know, but you might be going to see. Bigger Alex, you lied about FSG. You lied about the injuries. Big up promo. OGs, remember Cal's Argentina disaster class on FM 2022.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Man said you're the greatest player of all time. He still didn't work.
I don't know, bruv. My team lost the plot, bro. I've never seen a team crash out.
Rumors has it you lost the dressing room.
And rumor had it I never had them, bro.
Oh, bigger R Thompson 94 news. Man United are playing a barbecue instead of a parade.
We know his idea wasn't Man United to eat.
That's so deep.
Big up Tom Little. Clubs aren't using Blackpool app. Oh, Blackpool app. Okay, so let Tom put in some understanding to the Frimpong stuff that they're not using the Blackpool airport anymore still. So there you go.
But doesn't Liverpool have the John Lennon
airport? Yeah.
Is that not where people used to fly to when
I don't know. I think they sometimes use it, but maybe I don't know. Maybe they use both. I don't know. But yeah, listen. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Tom Little. I see you there, bro. Obviously, we're gonna speak tomorrow, Tom. Hassan as well. Big up to you guys. But yeah, man. Anything you guys wanna say before we head out, guys? What's this? Callum having problems on box. Can
Hold on, I'm on a different screen. What was it?
Callum, having problems with my boss. Can I give you his name so you can do your thing 2 weeks?
No, this is crazy.
That is crazy. Listen, chat, you guys are legends. Big up Jay as well. Randers played for slot. Did Randers play for? Oh, Aiden Outmar. Yes, he did. You're right, 100% he did.
Hey, do you know what? Randers is a baller, you know.
No, he is, bruv. He is. Drift. I know obviously we're gonna end the show, but I think we have to end the show in the right way, Drift. So do you wanna
Matt is in his savage bag, you know.
Bruv, I'm the host. I'm just saying
I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it right down. I'm gonna move it up to the top so you lot can find it easy then, yeah.
Oh, cheers, bro. Nice one, Jim. How kind of you, bro.
Big up Troy M. I need a summer draft with Tom and Sam. That'll be jokes. I'll do a membership giveaway in the chat with it. Do you know what? With the draft thing, we will definitely sort something out because obviously summer's a long time. Obviously, we want to make sure you guys have got the content as well. So don't worry, we're gonna cook up some stuff for the summertime. Don't worry about that. You know what? That's a great idea. You know what? Let me.
I am on BSB as well, boys and girls. I will be over on Monster's channel when this.
Let me take a picture of that still car. That's a great idea, Troy. Something that we can do as well. So
I do have to actually shoot off. Robbie just got out of bed and come downstairs.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna lie.
What to do the dishes at 11:43?
Yeah, Matt is the menace. I tell everyone Matt's the biggest menace on the channel.
Hey, don't make me host.
I tell everyone Matt's the biggest menace.
I thought the superstition in West Indian homes is never put the Hoover on after 9. Ain't that the superstition?
I didn't say superstition when our parents used to say, "Don't put the game on the TV or mess it up." Do you remember that one?
Remember that nonsense, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna break out the TV.
Yeah, you're gonna mash up the TV.
You gonna mash it, Mum. They've made it for TV. You gonna mash it up, man. It's like, Mum, what are you talking about? How are we gonna mash it up? Crazy.
Answering Jay's question, that's in the super chat. Suarez over Henry.
So again, sorry?
Yeah, I agree.
Suarez over Henry.
I said this.
I prefer Henry.
Suarez is better than Henry.
But Suarez got a better career and everything.
Suarez had a better career. But
individual,
I think,
by the way. Before anyone said,
but who would you say is the better player though? Because that's where
I would still say Suarez.
That's where I think it gets techie, personally. I think it's very even. But what it is though, and this is where I understand it, their best legend is getting paired to somebody who we don't even see as a legend. We just see him as someone who.
But Suarez is a football legend, though.
No, Suarez is a footballing legend. But what it is that rival fans never like when their legend is being attacked, in it, because that's their legend, isn't it? That's their
but because there's only two things Arsenal can hold on to: Henry's 2020 and Invincible.
Invincible.
That's it. So if one of those goes, like they're actually celebrating the games clicking down from Salah being able to do it because that's all they have left.
Brothers, let me shoot. Let me start.
Yeah, bless that car, bro. Bless up, bro. But yeah,
pick up everyone in the chat as well. Enough love. Smash the like button, please, people.
I feel bad now. We're gonna play the video and Carl's not here.
Oh, you don't feel bad, bro. Just run it.
No, but it's he said run the track. Drift. We're gonna take the people out with the track. Carl's got to leave.
You remember this? When they used to say,
he can not make a mermaid. Yeah, Suarez a madman.
I swear he had it in his contract. He had to do a nutmeg every game.
Every game, 20K.
Every game.
He must put some serious bonus in his contract. But now, people, listen. Before we play the track, though, I want to say this. Can we please get up to 1,000 likes, though? Like, is that possible, chat? Like, I really come on, chat.
Do you know what? That might be the only way they get the wheel up. You know, actually, Matt. What are we on? That might be the only reason we get the wheel up. How can you have a show with a diss track involved and still not have got us to 1,000 likes, guys? What is
all right? On? So there's I'm looking in the chat now. There's 997 and 570 likes. Let's get that out to 800 likes. I'm gonna run the track in it. Get out to 800 likes. Come on, man. There's 997 of you in the chat from what I can. 991. Wow, 6 people left. Well, you clearly don't want to hear the tune. Let's get it. Let's run it up. Run up the likes. All right. Do you know what? I'll make you a fair deal. 700 likes. 700 likes, chat. Come on. What are we doing here? 700 likes and we'll run the tune. We're only going to be on screen now for the next 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to get us up 700 likes, chat. Come on. We'll run the tune. You get me?
What are we on now?
We're on. Hold on. Let me refresh this.
Holy smokes, does look like the burgers.
600 likes, another 100 likes, and we'll play the tune. But I want by the end of the video, we should really get to 1,000 likes. I can't even lie. Yeah, I'm lowering the standards. You know what? You're right. You know what? I'll take it back. 1,000 likes. Yeah, you're right. Why am I lowering my standards? You're right, whoever said that in the chat. 1,000 likes, man. Come on, what are we doing here?
Imran, I don't even know if we could read that out, bro. Can we read that out, bro?
We can't.
I don't even know.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? That I'm gonna put it on screen, but I can't read it though.
Imran is a savage, bro.
Big up Imran. I can't read that, bro, but I'm gonna put it on the screen still. Imran got mad.
These are not the views of Kopish.
In it, this is Imran, bruv. Imran got mad, you know. How many likes we on now? 627. Yeah, we're not gonna make 1,000 likes. We have to allow it still. All right, well, let's the people don't do it for next time, innit?
That's a shame.
What
do you think of this news just before we go as well, Matt? That Liverpool have accepted that Darwin Núñez will be going to Saudi. If he does go Saudi, apparently it will be for around 60 million, and his European price is 45 million. That's what the rumors are.
We should be getting more than that. I think we can push that to 70. in my opinion.
From Saudi.
Yeah, from Saudi, not from European. European, what did you say European was? Sorry?
European is 45 million and Saudi
That's
is
fair.
60 million.
I just think the Saudi one we can get more. And the reason I said that is because how much did they pay for Fabinho when he was finished?
40 mil.
And he was finished.
I hear that.
So we should, do you know what I'm saying?
They just paid 80 for Duran, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, Nunes is not finished. He's just not in the right environment at the right club. There's a difference. Fabinho finished, like he was done. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's more because Saudi don't have any restriction, and obviously they've got money to burn. So I think that's more why Saudi don't really care too much. I mean, they're not going to throw their money away, but they're not too bothered about cost. They just more want the player in it.
100. Yards is right though. Big up Killy. It must be the ops in here. Cause I don't understand. Come on, chat man. We're giving you a 2-hour show, bare vibes, only 632 likes. It's mad. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know, man. We must start making some cutbacks, bro. I can't even lie. But no, man, listen, people, listen, it's a shame we can't play the tune. We'll have to leave it for another time, I guess.
I'm contemplating whether to drop it as a standalone video as well.
What you saying, what? What, as a single?
It's a work of art. I feel like it should be shown off.
No, man said a single. Next thing you know, there's going to be an album.
Bruv, what we can get it in the Billboard Top 100.
Nah, bruv. Listen, we can't do Kyle like that, man.
Make it the summer #1.
We can't do Kyle like that, but I will say maybe drop it on Twitter and see the reaction we get. No. What are we saying? What, standalone upload?
You know what? Troy's got a point. If this video gets over 1,000, if this video gets to 1,500 likes, then I'll drop it as a standalone.
As a standalone video, yeah, that's
as a
fair.
standalone. If this video gets 1,500 likes, I will drop it as a standalone. We got to start charging, man.
Drift will even release the masters. How about that? So you man can run up, be a dub plate, remix the hell out of it. How about this? We get to one. In fact, no, there's two. All right, I'm gonna go mad here, but you can understand why. 1,500 likes, we'll release it as a standalone video. You get us to 2,000 likes, Drift will send anybody who wants the masters. Well, I'm not joking. He'll give you the master track. No compressed thing, pause. See, I did the pause culture thing. Yeah?
Our promo saying because 225 of our viewers are watching from X, obviously they can't like the video.
Oh, is that what it? No, but no. There's 934 people in the YouTube
in the YouTube
now.
In the YouTube. Yeah, so they can hit it.
And there's 640 likes.
Z, you better pray Spurs win the Europa. Can I give you lots of inside information? I've actually put £100 bet on Chelsea and Man United to both win their finals.
I was gonna say, you know, Man United winning. Yeah. You know, Man United winning. They're gonna win.
Yeah. I've already put £100 down on.
They're gonna win. Chelsea will win as well. They're
Man United and Chelsea to both win their finals. Yeah. So I'm gonna make some money off this pain. Trust me.
There's bare ops in there for real. There might be yours might be right. There's bare ops still. All right, you know, people. I'm gonna stop.
They can like the tweet and it counts. People are saying so it doesn't matter if they're watching on X though.
But bruv, there's 928 people in the live chat right now. I can see the live numbers. But yeah, man, we'll leave it. All right, people, listen. We're gonna end it there. Big up for everybody that joined. We'll be back. We'll be back, Jay. When are we back? In fact, stay tuned. We might be back maybe Wednesday. Stay tuned.
I think it'll be Wednesday, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah. If news breaks, don't get twisted. If we got some signings, whatever, obviously then we'll have to, you know what I mean? We'll respond to that. So make sure you're there.
I'm not gonna lie, 161. Is that all we've got? 651 likes. Is that all we've got for the Monday night show?
Yeah. Hold on.
Is that really
we got 654.
Guys, that's crazy.
They don't want to get stuff fast. I don't know why though. Being vibes, everything in here, man. You get me?
And I thought you lot wanted the. I thought they wanted us to end with a rhythm, but maybe not. Fair enough, man.
I just last checked, it's gone down to 917, and then it's gone back to 918. There's ops in it still. I can't lie. All you got is actually free, though. That's another thing. Like, it's free, you know, chat. It's free.
It is. Clip Stevie. Drip. What were the odds on that? I think the odds I got on it was, I think I win 350 back, bro. I think it was 100 down, 350
so
back.
250 profit, basically. Yeah.
So 250 profit on Chelsea and Man United to both win the final.
Brother to Sanderson. What's going on, my broski?
Big up, Sanderson.
Sanderson. I said Sanderson. Sorry, to Sanderson. It's cowing because of the video.
I'm not even gonna lie. What 30 seconds to see if we could get to 700, or we're just leaving, guys. It is what it is.
I don't even know if we're gonna do that, bro. We're on 665. They got a minute left. They got a minute left. You know
what, Matt? Actually, all jokes aside, as a Liverpool channel, maybe we should speak about this because we didn't really, and you weren't in the match reaction as well. So not to drag out the show a bit too much, but big up Shankly. Trent being booed. It's Monday Night Show. We should really talk about this real quick, bro. Trent being booed, and now let's talk about the reaction of him being booed as well. Like the way people are like speaking about it, rival fans trying to tell Liverpool fans what we should and shouldn't do, what we should, how we should feel, etc.
Yeah.
Where do you sit on this whole Trent being booed and like the whole situation? What do you think of it?
Rather people that are leaving. All right, bear ups. In my opinion, as much as I don't like Trent, I think booing one of your own players, when they wear the red shirt, you shouldn't boo them, innit? That's my take on it. Like, you're still representing Liverpool. You can boo him and stuff when he's like getting off the coach and all them things there. I don't mind all that. But when you're on the pitch and you cross the white line, you're not doing anybody any justice there. You're not helping no one. Like, all you're doing is making it awkward for Trent and awkward for the players. Now, if you say you don't care about Trent, that's fair enough. But you forget there's other players. That's their brethren. So even though we may have a different take on it, that's still their brethren. So when Robbo said like fans, I'm not telling them what to do, but I can only tell you how I feel. He's like, that's my brethren. Like, that's my boy, innit? Like, I know people don't understand why he's doing it. Robbo probably behind closed doors don't understand why he's doing it. But that's still his brethren. I think booing it, and not only that, Drift, it wasn't just booing. It was booing after every touch of the ball we had, bro. Like, it was bad. And I was like, it made me feel sad. It actually made me feel sad. I was like, this is one of my own players, you know.
No, but he's brought this on himself.
No. Hear what I'm saying? You made your bed, lie in it. Fully understand it. But you see, when you put on the red shirt and you're representing Liverpool, you should never boo.
No, I agree with
you. Hear what I'm going to say? Darwin Núñez, we know it hasn't worked out. We've never booed him. Never. And why? Why would we boo him? He's still a Liverpool player. Oxlade-Chamberlain, all the injuries, we never booed him. Naby Keita, all the injuries, never booed him. We don't boo our players, bro. Even players that, like, again, I really hope that Konate signs. But I don't want to see that happen to him as well. And I get it. They've made a choice. I fully understand that. But you can boo the player when he's not on the pitch. Say what you want to say. I don't mind that. But you see, when it's on the pitch, though, it affects the players. And then what happened?
No. I agree with you, Matt. I suggested that you couldn't boo him when he's
crashed. Because what happened was, but I will say this, though. I said it before I left here. That decision there is the manager. The manager should have read the room and he didn't, bro. That's one of the worst decisions that Slot has done all season. And I'll be honest with you, because, bro, you said in the press conference that you're not going to start Trent. You're going to start Conor Bradley because he's the future. We understand that. You never said you weren't going to play Trent whatsoever. But, bro, read the freaking room. We've just won a league and the Scouser in our team wants to leave. What should have happened was you don't play him. Because if you don't play him, he ain't got to face the wrath and it doesn't affect anybody. And it's not going to affect the players. It's the players that it affects the most. It's on the pitch.
Matt, what if we run?
He deserves the booze, just not on the pitch.
No, I agree with you. But what if we run with the narrative that has been creeping around for the last 24 hours? That is Slot did it on purpose to send a message to everyone in the squad about what happens when you do snake Liverpool. But more important, to send a message to Trent to say, "There you go, bro. Fuck you." Because what we keep forgetting is that you might stay calm in public, and you
673 likes, by the way. We need 28 likes more. 28 likes more.
28 more likes. You've only got a few minutes while we end this topic, guys.
Yeah.
You might be calm in public. You might be nice in public. You might be yada, 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 yada. But you're still a human who, when you're on your own, might be doing you know what I mean? So maybe Slot wanted Trent to feel that wrath. Maybe Slot wanted everybody to let their feelings be known to make him feel shit. Because you know what's crazy, Matt? You know what's
Alex
really
agrees.
Under the radar?
Well, not agrees, but Alex might have the same mindset of what you're saying. Slot, look at Alex. Slot ain't stupid. He set an example. Set up for me. So this is what you think is a setup, maybe.
Well, it's been going around in the last 24 hours that a lot of people think it was on purpose, and I don't see a reason why that's not a very logical explanation for why he did it. Like, he might be professional when he's asked, but he's probably pissed. He's losing the best right back in the world. It's disrupting his plans for next season. And anybody who's part of this success is, bro, do you know the real reason why I think that Trent is getting the smoke and why he deserves the smoke more than anything? It ain't even just about him going anymore, Matt. Do you know what this is about? He seems more interested in playing in the Club World Cup than being on the parade bus. The whole reason this came out early, have you heard? And I know we can't really believe what we hear out of Spain. But you know what the rumors are?
Mentioned.
They want Trent and Alonso to be announced at the same time, so that they can get ready for their plans for the Club World Cup. Bro, that would mean he would be announced before the parade. That would actually mean that he would be already in Madrid preparing for the Club World Cup before we go on our parade, Matt. So are you telling me that this brother all of a sudden cares about this move so much, he don't even want to be on the parade bus for a Premier League victory?
No.
He'd rather be in Madrid?
I've heard differently. So even though he knows the backlash that he's getting, I've heard he wants to be in the parade bus and he wants to see out his contract. I believe Real Madrid just want him to cut his contract short, which again you'd have to pay Liverpool.
But bro, would it not suggest he's on board with why we made the announcement video so early?
With the announcement, maybe. I don't know.
What else could it be, bro? Why you would release that video with 3 weeks of the season left if it's not because you're bouncing before the season's finished?
No, you could be right. Here's the thing. I've heard so many contrasting stories. I've heard from people that said, naming their names, I've heard people say like, he wants to, I guess, what's the term I'm looking for? Have his cake and eat it. He wants to be on a parade. He actually does, believe it or not. I don't know, we all hate him, but apparently he wants to be on a parade bus. But at the same time, it's like, broski, you're leaving us for a rival. And not only that, it's the way that it's been perceived that you've engineered this. And Arsene Wenger has kind of backed up claims that a lot of people were thinking. Arsene Wenger said, Real Madrid spoke to Trent a while ago. This ain't some little... No, but I think we all kind of knew the time frame. Because I said, remember, there's people... All right, watch this. I wouldn't go this far back, but there are people that reckon when Trent signed that deal in 2021, people are saying Real Madrid already spoke to him then and was like, sign the 4-year deal. Then there's other people that are saying it was 2 years ago when they made their first contact with Trent. It depends who you believe in it. There's so many stories in it, but I'm just saying there's a lot of things that I think align with the situation. The fact of he never wanted to sign a 5-year deal or 6-year deal, I believe it was. No, was it 5? Yeah, 5-year deal.
I think everybody else did a.
He only signed a 4-year deal.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If you care more about it and you've been doing all this planning and all that kind of stuff, you deserve everything you get. And that's why I said, Matt, fuck Trent. He's dead to me now. I don't wish him well. I hope his career crashes and burns at Madrid, and I hope he regrets his move. I ain't sitting here doing all this PC nicey bullshit. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. I'm absolutely keeping it a buck. I hope that Trent's career crashes and burns now.
People them don't rate. We're on 690 likes, bro.
10 left.
But even that, I feel like we learned our standards. I'll be real. You know what it is? I understand it because but there's literally in the live chat, there's over 900 people. And I know not all 900 people have actually smashed the like button. That's what kills it as well. That's what kills it.
But yeah, like I said, man, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not giving you the PC answer. I'm giving you my answer, the real answer. Bun him. I couldn't give a shit what happens.
You know what it is with Trent? Trent
from a
just
footballing sense.
Yeah, of course. Trent just kind of brings down the whole mood now, isn't it? Like, see, when like I saw Trent on the sideline, in my brain thinking, what's Slot doing? Like, are you stupid? But you know what it is as well? We have to understand. This is Slot's first season at Liverpool. He don't understand the culture. He tries to, but Slot don't understand yet. He's learning on the job. Like, I don't think he's kind of.
Is this not football culture though, Matt? Is there much he needs to understand? Like, I think everyone knows a player.
Nah, because I feel like if you understand, you don't play him. Because you know what that?
No, but what if he did it on purpose? What if he wanted him to feel the heat?
You know, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. He's a human being. At the end of the day, he ain't stupid. He knows by playing Trent, there's gonna get the boot. So let's say he's trying to set an example. What does that do for the rest of the team? So does that then mean then you're trying to throw the game? Well, of course he's not trying to.
No, it makes the rest of the team realize this is what happens when you backstab.
But bro,
Liverpool.
You don't need to do that on the pitch. What I'm saying is, do you think conversations ain't taking place?
Then have 60,000 people booing.
You know what it is, but then at the same time, that's not smart. Do you know why it's not smart? I tell you why it's not smart. You're up against that team that always finish second. Yeah. They always talk about how they're the best. Go and beat them. Don't have a distraction on the pitch. That's a distraction.
Yeah, but does that really matter when we're talking about we've already won the league? Like, that's a petty war, bro. Like, do we really give a shit about that?
No. But you know what's happened? By playing Trent, it's now even more of a distraction because now we stepped onto the pitch. You know, if Trent actually didn't play no games for the season, there's no distraction, right? We just get on with our celebrations and we don't even care.
Yeah, but maybe Slot is actually annoyed that the fact that Trent has done this has made it more about him than winning the league. And maybe it's a little bit of revenge. Bro, Slot's a human, you know. You think Slot isn't vexed that his achievement of winning the league in his first season at Liverpool isn't slightly, if not more than slightly, being overshadowed by Trent leaving? We're speaking more about Trent than we're speaking about being champions. You think that's not...
That's my point.
Working Slot. You think that's not pissing Slot
but
off?
That's why if you're smart, if you know that's a distraction, you don't bring the distraction onto the pitch, bro.
Or you hit it head on and you let the man whose fault it is feel the wrath of his...
Watch this. Watch what I'm going to say to you now.
Actions, bro.
What's more of a talking point? Liverpool's 2-2 or Trent stepping onto Liverpool's onto the
Trent
team?
stepping onto the pitch.
All right. Is that smart for the manager?
Well, it's get back, maybe, isn't it?
It's not get back because he can get his get back in private. Being dragged
publicly is the best way to get back at him for what he's done.
But remember, we're an emotional club, but we're also supposed to be one of the smartest clubs. If we're going to be smart, we deal with this in-house. We don't want to be like everyone else.
Too late, bro. Trent made it public long time ago, bro.
No, but you always don't have to rise to the bait, though. Don't always take the bait, in it. Like, if someone's trying to bait you out, don't always take the bait. What I'm saying is, this is why I see it slightly differently. I understand Slot could have done that, but what I believe it is, I just think he got it wrong. I think Slot read it wrong. He didn't understand what was going to happen.
It could be that,
but you could be right though. But I could be so wrong. I'm just giving like my.
We're talking about a manager who's so savage. Elliot and Endo have only played 700 and 800 minutes this season. Like, he is a savage.
I know.
How many minutes has Chiesa played? 200.
But this is different though. None of them men have ever said that they want to leave the football club and you're the vice captain. And you're,
so maybe
you
this is an example for people who do want to leave. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Do you know what though, bro? I'll be so real. The time is like do that against Brighton then.
But it wouldn't hit against Brighton because Brighton are the away team and there'd only be 1,000 or 2,000 Liverpool
bro,
fans.
I'm saying, and it's not even like you're wrong. I just see it differently. I think the manager read the room wrong.
And we're definitely not going to do it final. Actually, flipping out, ironic that Cal's back. Me and Cal spoke about this.
Yeah, I thought you guys would have been finished.
Another question. No, we had to talk on the Trent stuff, Cal. We had to. Matt, another thing I asked Cal this yesterday. What do we do at Anfield on the final day of the season with Trent? Do we give him a microphone? Do we give him a placard? Do we talk about it? What do we actually do on the final game of the season?
What will probably listen? Slot read the room wrong. 100%.
Leave him at home. That's what you do. Leave him at home.
You can't have him. You see when they do the lap of honor, yeah. He will do that, but he's not getting no microphone. Microphone for what?
But remember, that is Liverpool tradition. That is what we do when people leave the club. We give them the guard of honor. We give them the placard. They have a speech. Like we do that when people leave. That's what we do.
If you are smart, you don't let that happen. One, it makes you uncomfortable. He's still a human being, even though I don't like him. I don't like him, but it makes it. That's. We don't need to do that,
bro. As men, we're taught to deal with the consequences.
No, all right. Watch this now. How you deal with it is you say, Trent, you're not getting on microphone. You said what you're about to say. All that's gonna happen is you're gonna turn it sour for the rest of the mandem. That's all that's gonna happen.
Oh, by the way, I'm not telling you we're gonna do it. I'm asking you, do you think we will do it? That's like I asked Carl yesterday. So. Do you think we will do it?
Listen, I'm not. You see, Trent, yeah, he's made his bed. He's got to lie in it. What I'm saying is now we have to make sure as a club we negate it. We are the most emotional club in the world, and rightly so. That's why you see when people tell us like how we should be in regard to Trent. Now, piss off. Don't tell us how to be. We be how we want to be. Because when you lot want to boo Xhaka, you don't want to say nothing. When Man United fans were going around to Rooney's house, their man didn't want to say nothing. Yeah. So let's not get into that. So no one from 100%. Any club can tell us how to be regarding Trent. What I'm saying is, though, the hardest point in all this is to take our emotion out of it. And this is where we're struggling. Because imagine, we've just drew 2-2 with Arsenal, but the main talking point is Trent Alexander-Arnold stepped onto the pitch. That's how, because we're obviously upset and we're pissed off and we're angry. You have every right to be. But I just feel like we've got to try and negate it as best as we can. Don't give it too much energy. You know, it's one of them ones where it's like, don't give bad vibes energy. Because right now it's bad vibes. Trent is bad vibes, isn't it? And that sounds harsh, but it's bad vibes. It's bad vibes for the club because you said you're leaving, and we know you're leaving, and you know what I'm saying. Keep the vibes them away from us.
No, I hear it.
You know them ones.
Cal, what do you think of the theory that's going around? Just I don't know if you don't agree that in the chat, but that's my thoughts on this. That Slot actually strategically did it on purpose to teach Trent a lesson.
No.
You don't think that would be true?
I genuinely think Slot likes Trent a lot. I actually think Trent likes Slot a lot as well. I just think he completely.
But could it not be? Could you not be angry? Like when he's not doing the PR thing in front of people, could he not feel very let down and a bit like backstabbed? Maybe that like his player doesn't want to hang around.
Nah, just read the room wrong. Read the room wrong.
Fair play.
All right.
Have we hit 700 couple supers and then we're out?
Yeah. We got Francis Trent on Real Madrid, one of our biggest rivals. It's so true. Like,
yeah, crazy. It's actually.
We got Alex. It's not on us. He made us hate him. No, I agree.
You know, ain't it crazy for someone who's got such spatial awareness on the pitch? He's got absolutely no flipping self-awareness.
Big up Alex. No, it's true. Big up Alex. For all you Game of Thrones fans out there, Slot is giving him the Cersei treatment. Shame. I don't know if you guys know about Game of Thrones.
I know about this because everyone talks about it.
Shame when they're ringing the bell. Yeah, I hear that. All right. Let's see how many likes we're on. We are on. Give me 1 second. 728 likes.
Oh, so, they did. They hit the 700.
Did, yeah. So people, listen. Bless up your damn selves. We're gonna end with a video. Some of you might not have seen it if you are entering.
I want to let you know as well, because we don't do the behind the back thing. If the video gets 1.5k likes, the agreement is it's being released as a standalone, and it might be the #1 for the summer.
Wow. And if it gets 2,000 likes, just gonna release the masters so people can do remixing and things.
Yeah.
I don't know about that last bit that Matt's trying to be a troublemaker.
Drift was Drift. Don't let Drift fool you. Drift was like, yeah, I hear
you're gonna send it to Wiley, bro.
No, but Drift said I hear it. He's co-signing.
No, he hasn't.
He did not just co-signed it.
You just.
I'm not gonna lie. Matt is definitely the guy who, as he's falling off the boat, grabs you.
100%.
Drift co-signed it. Drift co-signed it. Drift, are you gonna lie in front of the car? Did you co-sign it?
I did not co-sign the Masters. I didn't
Drift,
co-sign.
what did you say when I said it? What did you say?
I can't even remember, but I didn't.
You can't remember.
I didn't say yes. No, I definitely did say yes.
Look at Drift. Anyway, people, listen. Bless up. We'll be back most likely. If you don't see us tomorrow, well, actually today because now Tuesday. But Wednesday, you'll see me on the morning show. Chat.
This Frimpong stuff might all break in the morning.
If it does, then you know what I'm saying, we'll be there. And obviously, you'll catch me and Cal obviously tomorrow as well on the Sam show.
No, I'm not on tomorrow.
No, Cal's not even there tomorrow. So you just see me and Sam and Tom. You might even see Drift. I don't even know what's going on. You'll see us obviously.
You know what?
Lick him up.
Protect this man. He is a national treasure. I'm telling you, he is a national treasure. A national treasure.
All right,
you got
the best way to
you have to, man.
All right, the best way to end the show, then, people. Listen, bless up. Have a blessed tomorrow, Tuesday, because I know in fact it's gone past midnight now, but have a blessed Tuesday, chat, and we'll see you most likely on Wednesday, man. But yeah, man, Drift, take us out, my broski.
Big up, everyone.
Big up.
Love as always. Smash that like button, and we'll see you on the other side, people.
Bunch of Jan Crows.
Peace.
It's the curse of Cal, boxers on, juice in hand. Every time he talks, a baller lands in A&E fam. Kop-Ish settings, but this one's cursed still. R.I.P. to transfer dream. Man like Callum with a godly trim. Hairline sharp but the beard still slim. Every time he streams at the break of dawn, player gets dashed, dreams get torn. Mention Dembele, man pulled a hammy. All he did was say the name, man, that's uncanny. Craver to the Reds, now that dream got spun. Half hour later, PSG said done. Uber renewal, same old twist. Video drops, man, signs, you get the gist. FSG for life, Kai still curved. 2M vid and the deal got swerved. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games. Every time you talk, a baller drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop. Just sip your juice, relax in peace. Leave transfers to Matt and Drifty, please. We trying to build, not bury hope. But you speak and it's back to the rope. Cherky gone, just a whisper and twist. Next day he's on crutches, can't resist. Cinnabon shut down with one little trip. Now the whole high street's feeling a hit. Boxers on with a Diddy stream. Apple juice king, that's his dream. Kids on chores, Robbie with a mop. Stevie doing dishes, non-stop bop. Madness brews when he opens his lips. Said Ronaldinho ain't elite, that's a miss. Said Trent to mid, what a tactical shout. Now he's off to Madrid, Cruz phased out. Callum, please, don't say no names. Don't do streams, don't play these games.
Did you even blame him?
Every time you talk, all the drops. New deal injury, the madness don't stop.
I just mixed that one as well, you know.
We try to build, not bury hope, but you speak and it's back to the rope. This ain't slander, this is love in disguise. But Callum's words move.
Remember, people, 1,500 likes, standalone video. 2,000 likes, the masters get leaked. You done already. In Kopish, and we're out. Love people.